Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. It is us, Dragon's Greed Gaming, and we are back with episode 3 of Heart of Darkness for Alien. You'll have to excuse our last episode. We had a whole lot of technical difficulties, as I'm sure you're aware by this point. Our video file got corrupted somehow. And we lost internet connection because a certain rabbit of mine decided to eat through the Ethernet cable. Luckily, we only had about a half hour left to record, so we didn't really lose a lot. But suffice to say, I was not happy. It was not a good way to end. But it's been 2 weeks now. We had Adepticon last week. I got to see Eric. That was pretty exciting. And, oh, wait, I just realized. Gotta have those notes there, too. Oh, my God, way too many notes. Anyway, with that being said, we will dive straight in here. So we're going to, well, as usual, if you're a fan of the show, be sure you check us out over on Facebook, Spreaker, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, iTunes, all those good things. Help us spread the word, get word of the channel out there, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. Praise the algorithm and help us grow the channel. And also, if you're a fan of the show, if you've got a couple extra coins in your pocket, be sure to stop by our Patreon and toss a few coins in the Dragon's Hoard, where you can get early access to all of our episodes a week early. You can get access to our actual play series, The Drowned Dragon, and we're about to have another actual play series going on as well for our high-tier backers. So Adam's going to be doing some more shadow runs soon. I think they've recorded episode 2 at this point, or about to. So lots of cool stuff going on there. Anyway, without further ado, let's go around the table here, and hopefully we won't have any interruptions or any technical failures tonight. So we'll start it off with Professor Hedenstrom. That's you, Sean. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, anything else you want to share with the listeners, and who do you think's going to die first?
Well, you already told them who I'm playing. Professor Dr. Berger Hedenstrom, PhD. I'm Sean. Who do I think's going to die first? Damn. Probably that NPC who's like now heavily injured and sick. But of us, maybe me. Open me.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. All right.
Yeah. Had a great time yesterday doing our Drowned Dragon game.
Yeah, we finally had a combat after a while, so that was exciting.
Yeah. It's surprising we're at like episode 7 too. That's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Been doing it for 7 months. Crazy.
Doesn't feel like it, so I think things are going to start ramping up in that, though, so that'll be cool.
Nice.
Excellent. Moving along, we've got Scaarr up in the top right corner over from the Neon Swamp. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing good. Still a little under the weather, but I'm doing good. I'm playing Sergeant Nor Sajaad, who is trying to keep all of these brainiacs alive, excluding the captain. But I'm still trying to keep the captain alive too. But well, I don't know how smart is the captain actually. Maybe the captain's a brainiac. But we got a lot of professors and scientists and doctors and whatever, and they can't help themselves. They're just walking into danger and trying to get themselves dead all the time. And it's up to Sergeant Sajaad to stop that.
I don't think it's been too bad so far. I think for the most part they've behaved, but yeah, sooner or later someone's gonna wander down a hallway by themselves or something, or hey, what's this thing?
No, I'm kidding. No, it's been pretty chill. Actually, really haven't gotten into anything too intense yet at all. So it's heating up though. I can feel it in my loins. I'm excited.
Excellent. Well, we're happy to have you back. Anything you want to tell the listeners about the Neon Swamp? Feel free to plug your stuff, man.
Oh, yeah. That was in Neon Swamp, twitch.tv, was it /Scaarr. We're running a Deadlands campaign right now. 3 Fridays out of the month. So if you like horror and Western stuff, that's where it's at.
What happens on the 4th Friday of the month?
Your game.
That's right. I knew the answer. I was just testing you. Good man. Actually, I didn't realize it until I asked the question. I was like, oh, wait, Friday. That makes sense. So, wonderful. Look at that. That's podcasts and content creators coming together. I love it. Awesome. All right, down below me, you're going to see the man with the magnificent facial hair. The one and only Froggatt has returned.
Hello. I'm back. I'm again playing Captain Aloysia Lugar the Third, and yeah, I think things are going pretty well. Someone mentioned Space Marines, I think, while we were off recording earlier, but I noticed that Bolt Gun is on the Xbox Game Pass thing, so I've been playing a little bit of that, which has been kind of fun.
How is it?
It's good. It's basically just Doom, but with Space Marines in it.
Yeah.
Instead of Doom guy. So it's exactly what you think it would be.
You know, speaking of Doom, I just finished Doom 2016 last week. And
oh yeah?
Fucking baller. One of the achievements got glitched though. I was really pissed. Very pissed. Otherwise, I looked online and it turns out a lot of people had the issue. And it seems the solution is, well, start a new game and just go to that point and then get it. I'm like, no thanks. So, but I more or less 100%ed all the single player achievements, so that was cool.
Nice.
Got all the collectibles and everything, so very good game. Highly recommend. I know I'm 8 years behind the curve here, but you know, when you can get a game for $6 on Steam, yeah, sometimes it's worth the wait. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Definitely
Cool.
on that train a lot of the time.
Can't help it, man. All right. Next to the frog, we have the Redbeard in his ambient lit, blurry background room. What's going on, man? You're back in Illinois now, right?
Yes, I am. I drove from the Florida Keys back up to Illinois in about 2 days. That was fun. Happy to be doing this. This was going to be the highlight of my week because
me too, man.
Driving was terrible. I've been good. I've been drawing a bunch. I haven't told you, Chris, but I've been writing a bunch too. So there's a lot of stuff that's been finished and completed, and parts are coming together. So
excellent. Good to hear.
We're about to enter April. By the end of April, I'll have pretty much what I want done. So
sweet.
Then we can start dropping actual facts about what's going on.
Oh,
so.
It's gonna be great. More Warhammer in the future, folks. It's gonna be something special. So
Absolutely.
Kyle's been hard at work for a few months on it now, so it's gonna be good shit. Also, I realized I had put in the wrong text chat on our cell phones, so you've missed out. But I'm potentially going to be moving out to my new place. We're just waiting basically for them to set a closing date, which I'm hoping is going to be this week or the following week. So we're shooting for the 13th, and I was trying to get people to come and help with the move.
For sure.
What I do, I went and reserved a U-Haul today, so that'll be all in set. Sean, you went out of focus all of a sudden for some reason. Really weird. That's better. Yeah, what the hell? Okay. So we got that going on.
I forgot, I'm playing, I liked Sean's intro. I'm playing Professor Dr. Dr. Navarre.
Wonderful.
So.
And who do you think's going to die first?
Oh, me. I'm 74. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's no offense, but that's kind of what I'm hoping for as well. If everything goes great, then it's probably you.
Yeah. Now I will say, I'm not trying, but we'll see. Because 74.
Signs point to yes. Okay.
Yes.
Understood. All right. And then rounding off our eclectic cast of characters, also rocking the sleeveless look as he usually does. I've actually got an alien shirt on tonight, but it's fucking hot in this room, so I can't. Oh Jesus! Get out of here! Jesus Christ! Trying to keep things civil and serious here. This guy shows up with a... Why do you own a Pokemon shirt?
You know,
What are you, 6?
You know, you
Don't
gotta
question
live
the war
long.
boss.
You got a fucking World Eater's badge on your arm. You got Captain
know.
America, and then he shows up with Pokemon. Jesus. Oh,
And then-
my God.
Oh man, I'm working on that Charizard.
Jesus Christ. Look at him. He's showing off his guns, and he's got a fucking Pokemon on there. Oh, my Lord. Okay, who are you? What do you do? What are you doing here?
I mean, it was so nice to see you last week. Jeez, getting called out on this shit.
Yeah, well, you didn't have that.
Yeah,
You were,
yeah.
If you weren't wearing that shirt, I definitely would have hugged you. That's for sure.
So I am playing Dr. Lark, the android, who likes to let people hold their ragdoll. So you know, if anybody needs their stress back,
Oh, that's
you know,
right.
let me know.
Yeah. And who's your vote? Who's dying first?
Kyle,
Kyle? Okay.
I'm going.
Okay.
Yeah, it's looking like that. I've already had to save him once.
It's a good bet.
All right. Well, yeah, we saw each other at Adepticon last week. Saw a lot of the gang. Caught up with other Eric and his wife, a bunch of the friends. Eddie's birthday was that weekend as well. So went to Kuma's Corner. We played some Wrath and Glory. Ran a bunch of Alien and Wrath and Glory at the con. And had to do a whole lot of personal stuff somehow while I was at the convention, which sucked. But it's done and moving life along, so that's good. And what else? I feel like there was something else worth noting. I don't know. Anyway, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard, but and listeners, you may or may not have heard, seen on our Facebook, our friends Will and Brian from Gallows Geis teamed up with two of our very old friends, Vlad and Joe, in the 40K team tournament, and they actually won an award. I forget what it was called, but they won the award for scoring first blood more than any other team in the tournament. They got first blood out of 9 of their 10 games, which is killing an enemy unit first before the other team does. So, yeah. So they all got like little medals and like a trophy or something. So it's pretty cool, man. Very exciting. I know some teams who just like they will build their teams to hunt those specific awards at the cost of like doing well in the tournament, and they happen to get that. So that's pretty impressive, you know. Especially considering like Brian, like this, he's really new to this edition of 40K, and like he doesn't play nearly as much as any of the other of us. So that's pretty cool. Very awesome.
Oh, that's
So,
great.
Well done, Team Dragon's Greed. You know, home ice at Adepticon. Yeah, hell yeah. Cool. I'm the Great Unclean One. I'm your host. I'm your game mother for tonight. And as always, I'm amped to be back into Alien. And I'm not going to tell you who I think's going to die first, because that might reveal parts of the plot and or my plans. But we shall see. Yeah, we haven't really encountered anything too nasty yet, so we'll see where things go tonight. Viewers, you're going to see the dice roller turn white here for a second. I got to look at my notes really quick for my recap, and then we should be able to keep that from becoming a disaster. Anyway, so alas, we left. You guys had returned. Not returned. You guys had finished meeting this strange biomechanical creature that all signs point to being Captain Lugar's missing aunt. It never spoke to you. It just it seemed to communicate to you guys through like thoughts or maybe psychic projections. You're not really sure. But eventually, it simply walked into the airlock and jetted in itself out into space, which seemed to have no effect on it. And then it simply floated down to one of the lower decks. And I believe you followed it to, which deck was it? I think it was deck G?
Just below us, yeah, G.
Yeah. So that seems to be where it has gone. And in the meantime, after that weird shit happened, you guys had discovered some notes left by the science officer of the station clerk, who you were supposed to meet with once you got on board the station. He was one of the individuals studying the Hedenstrom lights that you were sent here to kind of research and look over. You found a note of his on one of the... I'm scrolling back through here, on one of the terminals in operations. And it said, Science Officer Clerk, meteoric mass from Hedenstrom plasma field brought aboard. Heading to Terminal 01 to examine now. And you guys know that Terminal 01 is also on G-Deck, where the signature for Lugar's aunt was headed. You guys then decided to make your way further down the decks, down the station. Decided to make your way towards the Deck F, where the cell blocks and the corrections office are. You ended up having to go outside and do a spacewalk, so you guys could basically get to one of the airlocks to get into a decontamination unit. You guys thought, well, that might be a good idea after being blasted by those weird spores in that one airlock tunnel in the main shaft where you guys found that weird biomechanical growth in the station. After going through the decon unit, you were greeted by a group of armed security androids, working Joe types, and the head of security, an android nicknamed Crash, because he looks like a crash dummy. He and his guards escorted you to the corrections office, where you met the warden of the station, a one Douglas Stikes, and it is here that you basically talked to him a little bit. He explained what had kind of happened. He explained that the prisoners were all loose. There basically been a riot. And he told you a little bit about another prisoner who's leading this riot by the name of Wix, who he explains is here because some time ago she had vented a portion of the station to put out a fire, and in the process killed 60-something people by venting them into space. At that point, he was made warden of the station, and the station was converted into a prison station rather than a what it just used to be like a mining type facility. And he seems more concerned with getting control of the station rather than the fires that are raging through 3 decks because of the breach in the main central plasma vent that you guys caused when you crashed. Also, your NPCs, Dr. Drabakowski, Colonel Dr. Drabakowski, that is, and Ajiri, kind of the head of the team, went back to the ship, the Setarina, since Drabakowski was pretty messed up and not feeling well, and also to assist your android Gray with repairs on the ship. So, I think... Let me just double check my notes here. Oh, you also convinced the warden to give you access to some weapons. I think you all grabbed some stun batons. You're not sure if there's firearms or other weaponry on here. You haven't seen anything, but when you guys examined the armory for yourself, it was pretty much stripped bare. And but you have been armed at this point with something. And finally, and probably most importantly, is that you guys had met the station's cat, Adrian, who Crash pulled some treats out of his pocket and fed to the cat. The cat has since scampered off somewhere. So I think that is where we can begin. As we return to the correction module, you guys have been discussing with Stikes what to do and how you want to handle things. And we'll pick up the scene there. So, what is everybody doing, and what is next? How do you guys want to proceed?
I think we had determined we were going to fight fires, right?
Yeah, and you know what? I realized after I did a little reading and stuff, guys, I just want to make sure it's clear. As a GM, I am not trying to downplay the severity or the seriousness of the fires, but it is very clear that Stykes cares more about getting the station under control than the fires. I am going to stick to what I said before, though, is that the fire is spreading, but it's spreading very slowly. You estimate it would probably take, probably a full day or two for the station to fully eventually have every deck on fire. Probably more about a day. It's spreading. It looks like it's spreading roughly one deck every half hour to hour. So it's not just ripping through the place and this place is going to be up in smoke in 5 minutes. But it will eventually consume the entire station if something is not done.
Okay. So, guys, did we want to continue fighting fires, or we just kind of look? Good talk. Great. All right.
Let's take a survey of the level, see what it's looking like out there. We only have this we've only seen the inside of this little section here.
Mhm.
But
Okay. Yeah. So you kind of just want to explore the level.
yeah,
Sweet.
Okay.
So.
Well, you guys have a full view of the map, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, feel free to move your tokens where you would like to go explore, and I will tell you what you guys find. Are you guys all going together? Are you guys all going to explore different sections? How are we going about this?
I'll immediately peel off on my own. No.
I want to activate the horror aspect of this game as quickly as possible, so I will go by myself.
Oh, one other thing I forgot that we did is when you guys decided to spacewalk. I don't remember the reason why. I think it was faster. Honestly, I don't recall. Maybe your path was blocked. But what I do remember is you all got to see the glory of the black hole in full 4K HD goodness.
Black hole madness.
OLED.
Stage 1.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was looking at the rolls, and I couldn't tell. It looked like only 4 people rolled. Did anybody get any disorders from that? Okay, because it looked like everybody rolled low enough, because I think everybody rolled a 6 or less. So,
I think so, yeah.
Everybody is good.
Yeah.
If you do get one, it'll show up on your character sheet where your agendas are. So, but yeah, I checked and I didn't see. So I think right now everybody's keeping their shit together. So
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
wonderful.
I would like to check out the inmate infirmary. That's where I will eventually go.
Okay. All right. What about everybody else? So we'll say you guys get to this center area. It's like a central hub, so to speak. There's an intercom station here. There's one of the stations that's got some of the spacesuits, and then there's like a med lab or not a med lab. What is it, like a first aid station? I think. Yeah. And then you guys can decide where you want to go from there. And then here's Sergeant Sajaad and Lugar. So, okay, so Hedenstrom, you're going off to the infirmary. Is anybody going with him? Are you all going together?
I'm having technical issues still, but I'm going to be staying with the professors and doctors.
Okay.
do I notice anything from any of the specific hallways or directions?
No. From where you are, nothing in particular.
Okay. Then yeah, I guess I just stay with the group.
Okay. Well, as you guys are standing here deciding who's going to go where, the door behind you guys leading back towards the area you just came from opens up, and you see the cat, Adrian, returns, comes scampering in, and he's got something in his mouth that he drops at the feet of, oh, I don't know. Let's roll a dice and see who. Captain Lugar. Oh, no, sorry, not Captain Lugar. That was a 5. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Sean, Professor Hedenstrom.
Got something at my feet.
He runs up to you. He drops something at your feet with kind of a wet squish when it hits the floor. And he starts purring and rubbing up against your leg. And
Nice.
you're looking at some sort of organic thing. It looks kind of like a squid. Maybe about a foot to maybe 2 feet long.
Damn,
It's
this cat hunt.
it's yeah, I mean, it's when he's dragging it, like, he can't fit the whole thing in his mouth, so he's like dragging part of it behind him, but
Right.
it's kind of like a milky white color. It looks kind of wet and slimy, and it's got a head that's kind of that that kind of pointed shape of a squid's body, and then it's
Right.
got 4 what look like tentacle appendages. And
Okay.
I
Is it
actually
moving?
it is not.
Yeah, definitely put on some like gloves with a snap, and then pick it up and inspect it.
Okay, I think I actually have a picture here to show you what it looks like. I do. This is the best one I could find. It's not covered in blood like in this image, but this is the best image I could find. You'll probably recognize it from one of the films.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh boy.
Nasty.
Oh no.
Yeah. So he drops it there and it flops on the floor right in front of you. Squish.
Okay, great. Yeah, so put on some proper PPE, personal protective equipment for any not in the know, and then pick it up and bring it to the others. Pat the cat a little bit, like, oh, this is very good, yeah. And then like, look what I found. Well, I didn't find it. The cat brought it to me. What do you guys make of this? And then
Navarre backs the fuck up. Oh my god.
okay, great. Not the reaction I was expecting from a scientist, but okay. Yeah, so let's go see. I wonder if they have any place we can examine this creature, like a lab.
So, Professor, you pick this thing up, and it's
Yeah.
got a little bit of weight to it. Like I said, it's about 2 feet long. And when you pick it up, it's like completely limp in your hand. You show it to Navarre, and he like backs up, and everybody else just kind of standing there staring at you. And then this thing twitches to life, and
Fuck, I knew
it flips around. There's tentacles whipping, and it slides out of your hand, and it hits the ground with a splat, and it goes scuttling off into a vent somewhere, and it disappears.
Oh, okay.
Everybody gains a point of stress.
Hmm.
Beautiful.
And
Well-
the cat is sitting there staring at you, proud as can be.
Scratch it under its chin, like, way to go. Maybe go grab it again.
It's he's purring, and he seems like attached to you right now.
That's great. Wonderful.
Navarre would want to look closer at the cat. Like, is it salivating? Is it like,
No,
you know?
no, it looks like a
it
normal.
had this thing in its mouth.
No,
Okay.
cat looks totally normal. If you want to do a medical aid test, if you want to know more, but on just a close eye inspection, it looks totally normal.
All right.
Well, that's weird. Never seen anything like that. But a lot of weird things are happening on the ship right now.
Yeah, put it on the list.
Yeah, the ever-expanding list of fucking awful. All right, let's just... All right, I'm going to the infirmary. I'm going to check that place out.
Okay. Does everybody go with?
Perhaps we should let Sykes know. I think so.
Sure.
Yeah, especially after that, we should all stick together. But yeah, Navarre would suggest letting Sykes know that there's some sort of creature loose in the vents. Like he would care, but
Right, yeah. So one of you can do it if you want to. I'm a little busy right now trying to explore, find out what's going on in the infirmary, and we eventually need to get down to Deck G as well, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Lugar and Sajaad, what are you guys doing?
All right. I'm apologize. I'm just now kind of tuning back in as I've resolved my problem.
That's okay. No worries, man.
I can see the map now.
It helps.
Yeah.
I'm shadowing right now. Are we splitting up?
It's up to you guys. It seems like some of us are going to the infirmary, so you two can...
I mean, we can pop in if it's going to be a long conversation, like where it would make sense to like try to clear to the chute and get to Jack G or whatever. Maybe that's possible, but I'd say as we're kicking open doors, maybe we can stick together.
Okay.
And did we just experience our first facehugger? Was that what was described? I missed it.
Oh, here. Did you see the artwork? No. All right. I'll share it again.
Very sorry. Oh, yes. Okay.
Not a face hugger. Squid critter.
Not a facehugger. All right.
Squid baby.
Gross.
Billy's.
It looks like it would taste good. I'm just gonna put that out there. It looks like if you grilled it,
It does
chop
look
it up,
like
grilled it.
calamari. I love me some space calamari.
You can always trust that space station, gas station calamari.
you know, it's the milky white description of it that just really sells it for me.
Right.
Oh, chef's kiss.
Delicious, yes.
Maybe Hobbs can cook it up for you guys if you catch it. So,
Yeah.
all right. So the 5 of you make your way into this. Would this be the starboard side of the ship or the port side? I'm not sure. But you guys make your way into this side of the ship, and Hedenstrom, you're kind of leading the group. You open that door right there that leads into the junction, and as soon as you open it, you guys can hear the blaring of alarms. You can see the flashing of red lights, and you can see thick plumes of smoke clearly coming from somewhere in this section. Did somebody have a CBRN kit?
Yes, I do.
Your Geiger counter starts going off as soon as you open that door.
Oh boy, how bad is it?
It's rising.
Okay,
Rapidly.
So it's increasing.
Yes.
Rapidly. Okay. And our suits do not protect us from radiation.
No, they do not.
All right, close the door.
I think we all took off our suits too.
Most of
did.
us left it in the airlock 5.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess let's clear that up right now, just in case it comes into play. Is anybody still wearing their suit or carrying it?
I'm carrying mine with me because
Okay.
we have to spake walk again. So
I'm 74.
I'm encumbered.
It looks like everybody's carrying it because everybody's encumbered.
I'm not carrying it, but I am wearing my ape suit.
Is that why you're encumbered?
I'm not encumbered.
What is this yellow?
I think that's the radiation.
Oh, that's
You
radiation.
all
I'm
got
sorry, the
those
red one
ones.
is encumbered. Yeah. Okay, so it's just Hedenstrom. Okay. All right. Well, you close the door as quickly as you open it. The
Yeah.
alarms subside. You can still see the red flashing lights.
Does my Geiger counter start to go down or?
Yes. Slowly.
Okay, great.
But yes.
Right. Okay, guys. So a lot of radiation in there. Don't think we can go in. Next order of business.
They're
well,
checking
we
the
could
code
Check down the
lock.
other hallways.
check down the deck G. I guess, is there at any of the emergency stations, like, radiation stuff?
Let's say that again, Captain.
Any, I guess, radiation countermeasures or anything like that on board? Maybe, like, around deck, maybe on deck G, where they were looking at the meteor, hauling stuff in from space. They probably have some countermeasures there.
Let me check.
Because we'll, I guess, either way, we'll want to be checking deck G for, perhaps the source of the disruptions, what happened with the entities we saw on the observation deck, and potentially fighting the fire to prevent it spread up here, or I guess through the chute in a way that's going to be problematic for us in the future. We can hope to find some countermeasures along the way.
I don't believe there are any suits that have anti-radiation capabilities. Don't think there's anything on deck G. There's like no suit storage that I see.
Okay. Unless we want to like make Dr. Lark do it or something. You want to stop through this smoky, potentially irradiated infirmary?
Robots get affected by the radiation too, right?
Yeah, but he's company property. He has to do what we say.
Oh, right. Got him. That's smart. Yeah. Well, Dr. Laga, sorry for this. Can you go in there and examine what's going on?
Yeah, I guess.
Just to be clear, Dr. Lark does get affected by radiation.
That's what I thought, right? I'm pretty sure. But,
One of the few things that can affect me.
Okay, well, so you're, mortal just like the rest of us. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's a great idea to go in there, especially since the Geiger counter and it seems like plasma fire is in there, so just... is plasma fire the source of radiation, Chris? Do we know that?
You're not sure. You would... For any of you who are professors and scientists would know that normally plasma fire would not be emitting radiation. And if for some reason it was, it would not be the levels you've encountered so far. There's no way.
Okay, gotcha. So something weird's going on there, right? So if you want to investigate, that's totally up to you. Otherwise, we can go investigate the totally safe cell blocks, right?
It's up to you.
Right.
It's going to be.
I think we have other places we can look.
Okay. All right, let's check out the cell blocks then. Yeah, the one's right next to us, right?
Yeah, it's just down the hall. It's not too far. All right. Well, you head down the first of the cell blocks on the same side of the station here. And it's a long hallway. There's probably like one or two security doors, which you're able to open. They don't appear to be locked. And you get to this junction right here. And as you open up the door to get into this area, you can hear shouting and screaming. And you can smell the stench of smoke in here.
How's my Geiger counter looking?
It is not going off.
Wonderful. Yeah, so it's kind of
help someone.
My fucked up shit-o-meter's going off.
Yeah, my horror meter is activated.
So, As you come around the corner, the group of you are met by an awful sight. You see there are 6 of the security androids here. 2 of them appear to be standing guard, kind of near the ladder here. They don't see you. Their backs are to you. They don't seem to notice you guys. You can tell there is black smoke pouring out of 2 of the cells at the the end here. These 2, and you can see flickering on the walls. There's clearly fire in those 2 cells. You can hear screaming from down the hall, and you see that the 2 androids at the front are, well, the 2, let me rephrase that. The 2 sets of the 2 androids in front each have a person. You can tell they're a convict because they're wearing the yellow prison jumpsuit uniform. They've got like an arm under each of their arms, and the 2 convicts are struggling and screaming and trying to get away. And you watch with horror as the 2 in front, so this guy's probably like here and this guy is here, these 2 in front move up, they open this cell door, and they throw the guy inside and slam it shut. And you hear him start screaming for his life in absolute pain, like nothing you've ever heard of before. And the other one starts to freak out as the other 2 guards kind of drag him forward and kind of step forward.
Fuck.
All of you gain a
I
point
guess
of
we know why
stress.
the warden wasn't worried about the fire now.
I see why they are rebelling or rioting. This is insane.
You gain a point of stress when you realize they are throwing the guys into fire to be burned alive.
Jesus.
Sacrificing them to the old gods.
I think I asked before, but is there a max stress?
No, technically no.
Here, hold this doll. They're there.
I would love to hold the doll.
He said me first.
You already had your session, old man.
Oh no.
It's already starting, boys.
We've got to get the fuck out of here. We've got to get the ship freed and get the fuck out of here.
Just start backing up before any of the androids notice us and throw us in flame cells.
Okay, I think it's going to require a stealth test. You
Oh,
guys,
come on.
you guys can either do individual stealth tests or, mobility, or if somebody wants to take the lead, and then up to 3 people can assist.
Well, I have a mobility of 2.
Ability
my-
2.
My agility is 4, but I'm not trained in mobility. So,
It's okay, you can still make the test, you don't have to be trained.
yeah.
Got a big fat Easter egg, boys.
You don't have to be trained to assist either, so...
What about you, Captain?
I guess, yeah, agility 5, but no ranks in mobility.
Okay, so I'll assist you.
Alright.
So I have to roll a test to assist, right?
Nope. It's just you get +1 die for every person that assists, and up to
I will
three
also
up to
assist.
3 people can assist.
Everybody should assist.
Sure.
We should leave.
We're gonna try to sneak away.
Back up.
We got 1.
Alright. This is opposed to their observation.
You might want to push that.
Do you want to push?
Do I? I don't know. We're gonna be pretty tight on stress, I think, in the very near future.
Don't you only have 2 stress right now?
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of help from Dr. Lark.
Bro, I'm sitting at
It's really
6.
brilliant, honestly.
Yeah, I'm at 5 from just shit.
You guys should have been using your signature items. Remember, you can use them once per session.
Oh, I thought it was once per, act.
I guess I kind of did use my signature item when I interacted
maybe
with
it is. It's been so long since we played an actual campaign.
Yeah.
Let me check the rules here really quick.
Mine is of no use.
Let me get my
I'm pretty sure I used mine already too.
get my DM screen up here.
It's like I mean, I'll use mine for sure, especially if it's every session. Easy.
Let's see. Relieving stress. Oh no, it's once per act in a cinematic campaign. That answers that real quick.
I was like that. Once per session's a little forgiving.
That seems a little forgetting for this game. Yeah, right. Like
Yeah. Like, what are we playing? D&D here? Okay.
Right? No, there's no hand holding here.
So, yeah.
All right. So final answer, Lugar. Are you pushing or not? You have one success.
Nah.
Okay. Good choice, because they rolled 0 successes. So you guys back away slowly with a look of terror on your face. The last thing you see as you back around the corner is this other convict is dragged forward, and you see them open the cell. And then you hear more screaming as they are clearly thrown in. You quickly make your way down the hall back to the junction, and as the door closes behind you guys, you can hear the screaming start, and the cell block door gets slammed shut.
We need to leave. We need to go to G, right? We need to go to G.
Yeah, let's just go straight down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Leave these psychopaths to their.
So you open the door and you begin your way, making your path down this causeway. It's a long hallway that eventually leads to the central shaft where the chute is at.
Can I chat with one of them on the walk down to like calm them down?
Sure. Yeah. What do you say?
So do I have to like pick one of them? It looks like.
Yes. Yeah. You can only do it to one person at a time.
Hey, I'm gonna put my hand on Professor. Just a Professor. Sean, what's your character's name?
Hedenstrom.
Professor Hedenstrom's shoulder. Like, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna find our way out of here.
I just want to make sure, guys, when you highlight someone's token, is it showing you their name?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I put my token or my cursor over like his player name on the left.
Oh no, yeah. If you do it over the token, it should show their name.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I just seeing humans roasted alive is new for me. So.
We also saw one jump out of the ship earlier, so lots of new experiences here.
I don't even know if that was human anymore, but fair. Yeah, I don't know if that's really helping my emotional state right now, but I appreciate the effort. Does that somehow reduce my stress, or?
You're not very good at that.
Do you actually go to school?
I don't understand human emotions. Tell me how you're feeling.
So Dr. Lark has to make a command check. And for each success she rolls, she can reduce that person's stress level by 1.
Nice.
In addition to the default one.
Oh, so it's
So
2
3?
plus the default. Okay, sweet. Amazing. We need to keep you alive for sure. Yeah, just really talking about my feelings has really helped me understand. I hope, we get out of this and maybe we can go. Right, you're an android. You don't drink. Okay, never mind.
Androids can drink.
I'll drink with you.
Yeah,
Great.
in Covenant, David. No, it wasn't David.
The other one.
The other David. Maybe his name might have been David. It was a David model. Anyway, in Covenant, he drinks with the rest of the crew when they're sending off the captain who died, or a crew member who dies or something.
Nice.
Yeah,
All right.
they since have a stomach sac. It has to be emptied out, but they can imbibe to make humans feel more comfortable around them.
When in Rome.
Great. Yeah, stomach sack.
Well, that's
Love
what I'm
it.
here for. That's what I'm here for, to make you feel more comfortable.
Great.
You said that with the perfect amount of no emotion, Eric, that you sounded like a fucking android. That was great. That was great. On the plus side, the cat is still with you, and that calms you down a little bit too.
Nice.
We know he can hunt.
Yeah.
Well, this causeway, this huge hallway, is actually a 0G hallway.
Sweet.
And you guys, Lugar, you would know there are certain parts of the station, because this is such a long hallway, they make it 0G, so it's faster to move through. So you can just kind of fly your way through rather than having to walk all the way. So it's efficient, it's faster, and it's mostly like glass. So you get a nice view of the black hole in the distance, the red-orange glow washing over you guys. It doesn't increase your stress anymore. You guys just saw it like maybe 20 minutes ago, but it is still awe-inspiring, and it fucks with you a little bit when you see it. But other than that, nothing awful happens. Except, Sean, your CBRN monitor is going off a little bit, your Geiger counter. It's showing as weak radiation.
Okay. And can I use that sort of like as a directional thing to sort of gauge where it's coming from?
It looks like it's just this section. Perhaps this hallway. There could be a leak of some sort, but without being able to like do some sort of structural analysis, you're not sure.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep going, guys. So a little bit of radiation, but if we move quickly, we should be okay.
Okay, so this is weak radiation, which you'll gain 1 rad per shift if you stay here. So this is fairly safe to walk through, as long as you don't linger here for hours at a time. So
Okay.
it won't. You guys won't gain any more rad points as you come through this.
Nice.
And I'll unveil these tokens as well, since we know that this bay here is not doing great.
Yeah.
And we'll reveal this as well, so you guys have that on your map. Okay. Eventually, you get to the main chute, where the ladder is that brings you up and down the decks. Where to next?
Down to G, I think. Unless,
Oh, I should point out, because I think someone did ask, and I think Dr. Lark would probably be looking. These emergency stations, where the suits are, there are 4 of the Eco 2 hazard suits there, which I think is what you guys have. The ones with the thrusters. However, there are also, you're going to love this, Dr. Lark, 2 harpoon guns.
Ooh.
And each of them has 2 spools of 100-meter line. There's your rope you were looking for.
ropes.
That's cool.
I mean, it's not rope, it's more heavy duty than that, but
Science rope.
science rope, yeah.
Science rope.
I'm writing that down.
Future rope. So yeah, if you want to grab a new harpoon gun or just another shot for your harpoon gun, Dr. Lark, you can. Otherwise, you guys are free to, are we making our way down to G deck?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Okay. All right. So, you guys make your way down here. We got to bring the cat. And you guys...
How's the cat doing in 0G?
When you guys get to 0G, he actually clings on to the side of Hedenstrom's suit.
It just grabs that guy.
So he doesn't go flying around.
That tracks.
Hilarious.
Okay, there's the group. And you make your way down to G deck, the main concourse, basically. And just make sure. Yeah, so you guys come out here, kind of in the center, and you can see that there's a long hall that leads to another junction with a ladder, and then there's this main hall that goes further further in to the rest of this this area.
Maybe we should check out the repair deck, see if there's something for the ship there.
Yeah, that might not be a bad
Repair
idea.
bay.
This was
Right,
also
supply.
where they brought that primary object that Clerk was like researching. So we should definitely look at that, see what's going on there.
Yeah, according to his report, it said Terminal 1, which is on the
Right.
left-hand side.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start going towards Terminal 1.
Okay.
I think that makes sense.
As you open the door, you make your way to the assembly hall. It's a big, open, hexagon-shaped room, and there's doors on all four cardinal directions that go into various places. The one you're coming from leads back to the junction. The two to the east and west go towards the terminal wings, and the one to the south goes towards something that says Joe's on the map. Looks like a big storage closet, or maybe a storage bay, something like that. As you walk into here, a couple things happen. Sorry, I've got hidden tokens to keep track of everything. There it is. Your Geiger counter starts going off again, Hedenstrom. In this case, it's coming up as strong. So there's three types of radiation. There's weak, strong, and I think it's extreme. Strong affects you, I believe it's every turn, which is every 10 to 15 minutes you spend here, you'll gain a rad point.
Okay.
The extreme one is the one that happens every round. That's the real bad one.
Yeah, but as long as we don't spend 10 minutes here, we're not super in danger.
Yeah. Oops, sorry, it's super
Okay.
loud. So that starts going off. You all hear it. Cat is hanging on to you right now. We'll say he's up on your shoulder. Also, when you come in here, there is this room looks messed up. There's lights flickering. There's stuff that has been knocked over. There's like a bench that looks like it's been smashed. And you see something very familiar. You see the same thing that you saw in that tunnel junction, in that airlock, when you guys first got on board. There are these weird tendrils of piping that appear to look organic in nature, but they are partially mechanical and metal as well. And it looks like there's a lot more of it in here, coming in and out of the walls, going through the floor plating, going through the ceiling, disappearing further into the station. And again, it looks and sounds like there is something flowing within it.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at my items to see if I have anything that would maybe let me drill into it to see what's flowing in there. I have a pistol, a knife, a stun baton.
I might be able to help with that. I have a cutting torch and a maintenance jack.
Oh, shit! Yeah, let's use the fucking cutting torch and
Do we want to crack it right open?
yeah.
I don't have a whole lot of power for it, I think. Or... I'm not sure what the starting one was. Presumably just one or whatever.
The cutting torch starts with 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, great. I'm gonna set that then.
I believe was that cutting torch from the set arena?
It's possible it was on my character sheet. Not 100% on that one, because I think I took the electronic tools
Mm-hmm.
from the set arena, and I had like a pistol and a.
I'm
torch.
trying to
Okay.
find where it. Here we go. The cutting torches start with D3 power, so I think you rolled for that, unless it doesn't have a value, in which case roll right now.
Yeah, I did roll for one of them, or was that the other?
The rebreather mass also started with D3 air each.
Okay.
Could I? Because I got full. I've got max amount of charge. Should I roll?
Oh, it's up to you. Whoever wants to cut it. I'm going to reveal a token here just to mark off this red token here. It's where one of these. There's enough here to note. It's not like just the one thing you guys saw in the airlock.
Okay.
Okay, is anybody cutting this thing, or are we moving on?
I don't necessarily want to throw a cutting torch at a miscellaneous.
Science? Okay. I mean, that makes sense. Then we can just go. Because I'm just gonna. We're not gonna spend 10 minutes in here because the radiation. So I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
like
go into the.
venting roasting hot plasma or something. Who knows what's in there?
Not
Flammable
right.
or whatever. Let's let bygones be bygones, so I can cut some hostile in half with this cutting torch later in a dramatic turnaround for our group.
Nice.
I mean, if we remember in Deep Sea, you just one-shot the monster with the cutting torch.
Yeah.
That's how you
Easy.
do it.
Like not even hard if you're just doing well like that.
Just do
Feels
like
really good.
Just do 10 damage with an armor-piercing weapon. That'll solve most problems.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you moving on then?
Terminal 1. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let me see what do we got going on here.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for this one.
Okay. As you guys come around the corner here, you see two of the correctional androids, and they are marching in your direction. They are side by side.
I'm not sure I like that, but okay.
Do they see us?
Oh, yes. They see you. You're pretty sure they're staring directly at you, and their eyes begin to flash red.
Oh, that's
So,
not good.
When they flash red, is that good, right? That's a good sign?
Their speed does not change at all. They continue to march towards you. But you feel like they're looking right at you.
Stop where you are.
Give me a command roll.
Oh, I don't know if I'm any good at that. Nope.
Wow.
Nervous twitch.
Okay. Everybody's stress level goes up by 1. As Sajaad tells this thing to stop, and they don't. You see she's nervously holding one of her guns, probably. And the androids continue to move forward, and in a very monotone voice say, "Halt right there for inspection." They're about 10 feet from you guys. What do you do?
That sounds like a command they would normally give an inmate. And I think we just saw what they do to inmates.
5 feet from you.
I shoot him with my gun.
Okay. Take a shot, and then we'll draw initiative cards.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah, fucking
What do they?
amazing.
What do they fucking say in isolation? I forget what the working Joes say if you start attacking them. You're not thinking straight, or something like that. You need to go back to your cell or something. Okay,
So,
you hold it
yeah,
together.
basically.
You shoot it. What would you like to use your stunts for?
Let me double check.
I think we should probably change the music a little bit because we know what's about to happen here.
I don't think I can pin them because they're droids.
We're going to do mech war because you're fighting androids.
One of them is they're going to drop their weapon,
Okay.
and then we'll do 2 damage.
All right. They do have armor. They looks like they've got like Kevlar vests. So let me roll that. 1 success. He takes 1 point of damage, and his baton, his stun baton, falls from his hand and clatters on the ground. And now, I will need everybody to please do initiative. Same way like we did last night. Scaarr, add yourself to the initiative tracker. Boom. I'll have these guys go at the same time. Oh, the androids got the 1. Oh, no.
High numbers are bad in this one.
Yep,
Damn it.
Yep, 10 is last, Captain. I'm sorry.
Oof.
That's fine.
Okay. At 1,
We're real high here.
the androids move forward. The one you shot says, "Drop your weapon immediately." And it proceeds to move towards you, and he tries to grapple you. Please give me an opposed close combat roll.
Okay. I would really prefer not to, but I'll do my best. One. I'm gonna stick with that.
Okay, he has 3. So
Makes
he
sense.
beats you. He's going to do 1 point of damage. He tells you to quit restraining, and then he will use his other one to grapple you and hold you in place. And what you guys see is very police brutality style. This guy grabs Hedenstrom by the scuff of his jacket, throws him up against the wall, way harder than he should be, and then he turns him around. He's got his hand on the back of his head. Sorry, we've got a cat. He's got his hand on the back of his head, and he like smashes his head against the wall, and you see that they are scanning the back of his neck. Cat, hold on. Get. Sorry. Come on, Adrian. Okay. What you all notice is that Hedenstrom actually has a barcode on the back of his neck, which most of you would probably know is usually for prisoners. You see this thing begins to scan, and its eyes flash red, and it looks like it starts scanning them again, the barcode again. The other one, we'll see who it's going to come towards. We'll do a D4 here. And we'll just go top to bottom on my player list here. Dr. Lark. The other one comes up to you. It's got the stun baton, and it orders you to put your hands up. What do you do? You're muted.
I identify myself as Dr. Lark, part of this crew, and that they need to stop hostilities.
Do you put your hands up?
No.
All right. He takes a swing of the stun baton.
All right.
If you would like to give up a fast action, one of your 2 actions, you can attempt to block as long as you are carrying some sort of weapon or item.
Okay.
You make an opposed close combat roll if you so choose, and every success you get will cancel out one of their successes if they have any.
Okay. Is that a weapon attack or just close combat?
Let me double check. roll for close combat. It just says close combat, but it says if you can use extra successes to do a counterattack stunt if you have a weapon.
Okay.
So, but give yourself +1 bonus if you have any sort of item.
Okay.
You've got a stun baton too, right? We got a stun baton
Yep.
fight going on right now between two androids.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it had 2 successes, so you block both of them, and we've got like a really cheapo lightsaber fight going on in the corridor here. And then we are on to the next person in initiative, which is going to be Professor Hedenstrom.
Cool. So it is currently attacking me, right?
It has got you grappled right now. Yes.
So I'd have to break out of that grapple.
Yes. The only action you can perform is an attempt to break free, which is an opposed close combat roll.
Okay, I'll give that a shot, I guess. 1 mighty success.
All right, Android. What you got? It has 2. You
Okay,
see
whatever.
Hedenstrom trying to elbow this thing or break out, and it is not having it. But you don't take any more damage.
Nice, nice.
Then we are on to Sergeant Sajaad.
Okay. Who looks more effed up from the androids now? Probably Professor Hedenstrom.
Oh yeah, Dr. Lark didn't take any damage. She's holding her own.
All right. Yeah, Sergeant Sajaad will, like, when one full motion of taking like a close combat kind of UFC's fighting stance, whip the stun baton down and extend it.
Okay.
And she's gonna attack the one who is attacking Professor Hedenstrom.
All right. You can take an additional bonus die because this thing is grappled and it is not trying to defend itself, and its back is to you.
Beautiful. That give me +3 with my special ability as well.
Look at
I'm gonna
that!
earn my
Look at
best
that
action.
cat! Look at him. He's fucking wonderful. Such a good cat. Such a good
Oh,
cat.
gets one in without. That's a
And I'll
lot.
use
Help.
my stunt for
Help.
extra damage.
Okay. That will be 2 damage. Let me roll for android armor here. As you smash it with the stun baton. Oh my goodness, 2 successes. Sorry, I meant to make that public. Does the stun baton do anything extra?
I need to roll power for it. Anyone hit by a stun baton who takes 1 or more points of damage must. Well, they didn't take any damage, so it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But normally they'd make a stam roll.
All right. I will roll.
Power on it.
Should it roll power if it didn't
Fuck.
hit?
They
Yeah.
didn't take any damage.
Okay. I'm just wondering if I
Oh,
should roll
shit! I
power.
roll power.
Well, I mean, you hit it, but his armor absorbed it. I'm wondering about the other one that's fighting Eric, because he hit, but Eric blocked.
It says after each attack, you need to make a power supply roll.
Okay, then we will do that. Love it. Okay.
Opposite of what our it's fucked up.
Nice try, Sergeant, but that's not going to do it. Dr. Lark, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna attack back.
Go for it.
Ah. I
Okay.
would have pushed.
This thing has one... it doesn't have any actions left, because it moved, and then it didn't attack. So we'll say it's used both of its actions. So let's do this, too. We'll separate. So you guys are engaged, and then Sajaad, you moved into engaged. Lugar and Navarre, you guys are in the same zone, but you are not at engaged range yet. So you could... you'll have to spend a fast action if you want to get into melee. With that being said, let's separate you guys. There we go. Okay, so that thing rolled power. You hit it. It doesn't have any way to defend itself. I'll just roll for its armor. Okay, takes a point of damage. And then what does it do now? When it gets hit?
Let me look.
Do a stamina roll. I don't know if that counts for sense though.
I mean, it basically says it's basically a cattle prod, so I would imagine electrocuting it would do something to an android.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Stamina roll or be stun burr for 1 round.
Yeah, I think that makes total sense. All right, what's this thing's stamina? Pretty fucking good. 7 dice. Loves it. So you shock him. He does take a point of damage. But he is not stunned.
Yeah, these guys eat electricity for breakfast.
Pretty much. Okay.
Well insulated.
Captain Lugar. What's it gonna be? You're muted.
I would engage as everyone if I were to like fire a gun at people in a grapple.
If you do
That
not
was bad,
use the
probably.
aim action, then you risk hitting Dr. Lark if you panic.
Okay. Probably aim and shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a shot. Aim and shoot the pistol at the.
Okay. Remember, if you aim, you get +2. +2 dice.
Sounds good. Oh wait. Do I do that from here? Aha. That seems good.
Are you happy with that? 2 successes.
Whoops, ignore that.
Okay.
Oh my god, now it's mad.
Did you push? What happened?
No, I clicked the name of the gun again, so
Oh.
it's not.
Oh, hold on. I can
like,
delete
I
those.
Just delete all that.
Yeah, let me take.
Thank
Let me get the panic off you. There you go. Did it automatically
Yeah.
increase your panic?
I'm happy with that.
I don't know if it did or not.
Think it did.
Because you rolled a 7, so it would.
Yeah, because I would have rolled. I'm rolling 3 yellow dice there, so.
Oh yeah. Okay, so reduce your stress then by 1. Okay, so you hit it with 2 successes. Are they both going into damage?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that gun armor piercing?
I don't think so.
I'm assuming that. Okay.
It's
I thought I saw they were.
reloads
Uh,
1.
Let's double check.
Oh yeah, armor piercing.
Oh, it is. Okay, well, it doesn't matter. He rolled 0. He takes 2 points of damage. You see white android blood splurting everywhere. Dr. Lark, you're coated with some of this, but you can see Lugar is taking careful aim, and she's doing what she can to help. And then Professor Navarre, our wizened battle scribe.
Yeah. He. How do I go from active to or inactive to active again for weapons?
Left click or right click on the icon of the weapon in your inventory.
Like it's like a double click
Ah.
or something.
There we go. Okay. He is also going to draw his Rexham pistol and aim.
Okay, which one are you going to shoot?
Which one is the one with Hedenstrom, I think.
Okay.
So do I have to target?
No. You don't have to worry. There's Alien's not that complicated of a game, thankfully. Foundry doesn't have to do all the work for us. Oh my god.
Oh,
Wow.
What the fuck?
Also,
I didn't
so-
even, and I didn't add the 2 for.
Oh, and yeah, roll 2 more dice then. Those will be base
Okay.
dice. Holy fuck, 6 successes.
Bro.
I told you. He's the battle scribe.
Okay, 1 and a 3, so no.
Do you just want to dump that all into damage?
Yes.
Okay, so that'll be a total of 5 damage, armor piercing. 0 successes means 5 damage. Hedenstrom and Sajaad, you hear another gun go off, echoing in the hall, and multiple rounds hit this android, and android blood is bursting everywhere. It looks really fucked up. It's like twitching and glitching and you know, kind of like stuttering as it moves. You see its eyes continue to flash red. It is still going, but it looks way worse for wear. Unfortunately, it is the android's turn. You guys get that cool sound effect when the new round started? Oh, so dumb.
No.
Dumb. Okay, well, this android is not too happy about that. He is going to throw Hedenstrom aside, and then he's going to come for Navarre.
I'm stopping over to the old man.
So Hedenstrom, he just kind of like pushes you aside. He doesn't like really try to throw you or hurt you, but you are no longer grappled. And then he'll spend a fast action to move into combat, and then he will do a slow action to do a grapple attack and try to grab the gun from you. So make an opposed test, close combat, please.
Grave area.
Grave. Oh, well, goddamn, you're
What?
good.
It's a beast.
It only has 1 success. Somehow it tries to grab your wrist, and you manage to wrench your arm free, and it tells you to put down the weapon.
Was Navarre
Gonna
like
put it
John
right
Wick
down your
in previous
throat.
life, or
The other android is going to continue to try to attack Dr. Lark. Dr. Lark, would you like to block?
Yes.
Okay.
Bring it, android. Oh no.
Okay, it hits you. You take 1 point of damage.
Oh.
Unless, are you wearing a suit or no?
No, I don't have any armor right now.
Okay, so you take a point of damage. Oh, and then make your stamina test because it's stun baton.
That's under skills.
Yes. Oh, she loves it. Tough android. Okay, you are not stunned. Hedenstrom, what do you want to do?
well, I'm gonna try to reciprocate the favor, take aim, and try to put down that android.
Okay. Remember to give
hope
yourself the
these-
bonus dice.
This modifier +1.
The only thing you roll is 1 stress. Okay. You drop your item, so you shoot. You just unload the clip, right? Bullets are bouncing everywhere, but nothing is hitting anybody or anything. And that last bullet, the gun, bucks out of your hand and hits the ground. You're out of ammo, so you got to spend a reload to reload it if you'd like. And your stress...
Doesn't have any.
Oh, that's not good.
That's
Your stress
that
goes
is-
up by 1.
Cool.
Okay. Sajaad, Hedenstrom does not know how to use that thing. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna keep trying to help him. She will take the stun baton with 2 hands and do like a freaking baseball swing at this thing.
Okay, you can take the bonus dice again because it is not. It's trying to like restrain him, so it's not really paying attention to anything else.
She gives a big battle yell.
Oh man, that would have been awesome. But 10, you freeze. Everyone's stress goes up by 1 as you charge into combat. And just as you're about to go smack this thing, it turns its head at you and its eyes flash red, and you're like, that's a terrible idea. I shouldn't hit this thing. Yeah, Navarre, the sergeant comes to your aid, and then she stops mid-swing. Dr. Lark, it is your turn.
Alright.
They started saying when the action fails in there. That's good.
Am
I
I
used
able
to do that.
Am I able to point blank shoot him with my pistol? Or because I'm like locked in this combat.
If
I've used
you
my stun baton.
if you try to shoot while you are engaged in combat, you get a -3.
Okay,
Let me
let's
let
do
me
that.
check though, because the screen says minus and +3. So let me see what that means. Oh, so if you fire at a defenseless or unwitting enemy, you get +3. But if you're actually actively fighting in melee, it's -3.
Okay, then I'll just stun baton.
Now, if you want, what you could do, I'll let
Yep.
you choose before you accept this roll. If you want, you can use mobility to break out of combat, or you can just use a fast action, just move out of combat, take an attack of opportunity, or you can do the mobility test to avoid the attack of opportunity potentially, and that's a fast action, I believe, right?
But can I do that if I already defended myself this turn?
Oh no, that's right. Yeah, you spent an action, so you wouldn't want to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
But I was going to say
Alright, so
what you could normally do is use one action to move out of combat and the other one to shoot. But yeah, you already blocked. So okay, well we'll do his attack here, or his defense. So he blocks. You guys are even. Captain Lugar, your turn.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna aim and shoot at this tough-looking
The
guy.
really messed
Or
up
the-
one.
Yeah, the messed up one,
Okay.
and hopefully get something going. Finish this off. Turn the tides here.
Oh, 4 successes. That will drop it to 0 health and give it a critical injury. If you'd like to go to the rollable table, sir, you'll see an injury for injuries on synthetics.
Oh. Do like a.
Sorry, I thought I
on that
heard
one.
something.
How'd I do?
Destroyed arm servo. All right, pick it high or low.
Hi.
Good choice. You have blown off the arm that had... oh, actually, he doesn't have any weapons, but we'll say it's his primary arm that he's trying to grab Navarre with. So his right arm just stops working. You just shoot it like 4 times and it just falls apart. But it is still going. Luckily, it has 0 health, so any additional damage will do more criticals. So he's not looking great. Navarre. You're fighting a one-armed android.
And I'm super up close.
Yes.
Can I pistol whip this sumbitch?
Yeah, make a close combat, give yourself a bonus die.
Alrighty. Alright, 1 bonus, and we will roll. Oh, fuck.
Flee!
It's the worst.
Fuck this shit!
Your stress is decreased by 1, but everyone who sees you run must make an immediate panic roll. And if we were playing in campaign mode, you'd be getting a permanent mental trauma. Here it comes. Oh, goodness.
That's you click the stress button. Is that it?
Yeah. Okay, so let's... Order of operations here. Let's resolve Navarre first. So, Navarre, you have to flee. Which, unfortunately, as it says here, if you are engaged, you do not get to make a retreat roll. So this thing will get an attack of opportunity on you that you cannot stop. So we'll do that first. It swings at you with its good arm, and it'll do 1 point of damage as it punches you in the back of the head. Okay. Where do you flee to? Back the way you came, or further down the hall?
Why don't we do high back the way I came from, and low further down.
Sounds good. Oh, further into the unknown. Okay.
Like that.
Ah!
All right.
Three
You go.
more androids.
You go running.
Okay.
All right.
How
Meanwhile,
fast can he really run, though? He's pretty old. I mean,
he gets
Yeah.
like 2 feet.
We'll catch up to him
he's
pretty
like,
quick.
he's
yeah.
like winded around the corner.
Okay, now the rest of you, Sergeant Sajaad, this is... I don't think Foundry did this correctly because you were already frozen from last turn. If you roll the same panic result, it goes up to the next one. It did not do that for some reason. So you are at 11, which is seek cover. You must use your next action to move away from danger and find a safe spot if possible. You are not allowed to make a retreat roll if you have an enemy at engaged range. Your stress is decreased by 1, but all friends who see you run get their stress increased by 1. After 1 round, you can act as normal. Unfortunately, you are also engaged, so this thing will take a swing at you as well. And does 2 points of damage. I believe you are wearing your armor, though, so you can roll for the ape suit.
Nice.
Okay, so you take 1 point of damage. And where would you like to run to?
I'm confused. I froze.
Yes, but in the rules, if you suffer the same panic that you're currently suffering, it goes up to the next level. So
Gotcha.
it probably didn't have it marked off maybe for some reason. So because it was a new round.
All right, so I'm running. I get to pick. I'll run with. I'll go on a brisk jog with Professor Navarre.
Okay. All right. And then Hedenstrom, you freeze.
Great.
Everybody's stress goes up by 1.
Love that.
And Captain Lugar holding it together with a tremble. That's -2 to agility, though. Not great when you're using a gun. Dr. Lark, things are falling apart. And it is the android's turn. Dr. Lark, the one is going to attack you. Do you wish to block?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this one.
1 point of damage. And make your stamina roll, please.
Oh, that's great. Shit.
Oh, no. You see Lugar. You see Dr. Lark get hit. She gets electrocuted. And she is not doing great. The other android is going to roll. We're going to do a d6. On a high, it'll go for Lugar. On a low, it'll go for Hedenstrom. It's going for Lugar. Okay, close combat attack. Do you wish to block?
Yeah, sure. I've got a stun baton. I might as well.
All right, give yourself a bonus die, please.
For close combat.
Oh, I should have did that hidden, but oh well, whatever.
Oh,
Ew.
that's not great.
Okay, you drop your item, and your stress goes up by 1 as it knocks the stun baton out of your hand. However, it only has 1 success, so we'll just say it disarms you. It won't actually do any damage. Hedenstrom, you're alone in the hall.
Am I unfrozen now?
You had freeze, right?
Yeah. Or
You
one
lose.
round.
You lose your next slow action. You still have a fast action.
Okay.
Pray to God.
Oh,
Fast action. Pray to God.
no, God's here. Is a fact. What can I do with a fast action? I forgot.
Do you guys have a list? I think there's a list for you guys in the
Actions. There it is. Fast actions. Run, move through door or hatch, get up, draw weapon, block attack, pick up an item, shove, grapple attack, retreat, aim, seek cover, start engine, grab the wheel, drive, exit, use an item. Yeah.
Did I hear?
I guess,
Did I hear exit?
Yeah. Enter and exit a vehicle.
Oh, okay. I exit this scene.
I will go and try to help the captain. I don't know. Fucking shove.
Well, it'll take a fast action to get into combat because you're no longer engaged.
Oh, okay.
So, if you want to do that, you may.
Yeah, I guess I'll do that.
Okay. All right. Sajaad, you spend this turn hiding since you were seeking cover. So this turn you're hiding. You can turn off your panic now at this point. Dr. Lark, you are stunned. Captain Lugar, do something. Anything.
Yeah, so in the fight, when defending, I dropped the stun baton. Do I still have the gun in my hand as well?
If you were holding both of them, then yes.
Do 101, right? Sure.
Well, I guess, question. The last attack you did you shoot or did you use the baton?
The attack was a shot.
Okay, so then it would have knocked the gun out of your hand. So you still have the baton, which I think is
Cool.
better in this situation anyway.
That is it.
I think it would try to get rid of the firearm before the stun baton.
That's fair. Okay, I'm gonna switch these around then. I'm gonna just hit him then. That's
Okay.
my slow action.
You know, in the android's order of operations, eliminate prisoners with firearms versus prisoners with melee weapons.
Probably fair.
It's like that scene in Resident Evil 2 when Nemesis is scanning people for their threat values.
Right.
Okay, you hit it. We just have to roll for its armor. If this gets through, it'll take another critical. I'm so sorry.
Beans.
It soaks the hit. Navarre, you are fleeing, I believe?
Yes.
Yes.
Slowly.
How long does this
He's
last?
old.
Oh, you must find a safe place to get to and refuse to leave it. You won't attack anyone and won't do anything dangerous. And so that's a panic effect that stays in effect. Panic normally lasts for a turn, which is like 10 to 15 minutes. So unless someone uses command to get you out of your panic, or you suffer another panic result for some reason, you are hiding right now. So where do you hide?
So I think Navarre would have seen Sajaad go into this like hallway here, and I think would have shoved Sajaad aside and maybe have gone into this like bulk storage thing,
Okay. I dig
and
it.
then
Close the door.
close the door shut.
Okay. What's in here?
The fucking squid thing.
No, actually, you open it up, and when you get inside, once you like shut the door, you realize it's empty. There's nothing in here.
Oh, fantastic!
There's no items. There's no aliens. There's no androids. There's no radiation. No fire. You're well and truly alone
Love
With
it.
your thoughts.
for now.
And my thoughts, my brain is
Okay.
just screaming.
Next turn. Android on Dr. Lark continues the beatdown. Oh, I guess I should have asked if you want to block or not.
Yeah, I'm blocking this time. I'm not doing that.
To be fair, I would have taken the hit too, so that I could bail and shoot it, but I also would have passed my stamina test, you know. Okay, well, there you go. You block that. That's good. The other android is... I think it's going to keep going for Lugar since she still has a weapon. So another attack coming at you, Lugar, if you wish to block.
Yeah, I'll definitely block that.
All right.
On out. Frickin' panic. Oh my god, so much panic.
3 successes.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. However, so that is not correct. So it's Foundry doesn't know how to tell this apart some of the time. So rules is written, if you are currently suffering from an ongoing panic effect and you panic again, even if you roll lower than what you had, you go up to the next step. You are currently at 9, So it is calculating correctly. It's going up to 10, which is freeze. However, dropping an item is not an ongoing effect. Once it happens, it happens. So you actually shouldn't have been panicking at all. It said you rolled... What was your total here? 8?
The roll is 8.
Which would
Because it
be
was like
tremble.
4,
So you're trembling right now.
2 plus 6.
Yeah. So you're trembling. You're at 8. So you're at the -2. Let me change this to 8. There we go. Okay. So you're at -2 agility. But you don't so you don't fail your action. However, you only block one of the hits, so you take 2 damage.
Good amount of damage.
Yep. Hedenstrom.
I'm gonna pull out a stun baton, and I'm gonna try to beat this thing's ass.
Okay. And you are no longer panicked, so let's turn that off.
Cool, great, love that.
Sajaad. Are you guys able to turn your own panic on and off on your main sheet if you left or right click on the Navarre, try this. Can you turn off your panic? If you left or right click on the little dot.
Oh. Yeah, let me give it a shot. Hang on. Loading my
Make sure this
Yeah,
is...
I can.
profile
Yeah,
up.
left click, right click. You can add and remove it.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I think the person who's only actually panicking right now is Lugar with the tremble. Yeah, okay, we're back to normal. Okay, so Hedenstrom, you are pulling out what? A grenade?
Stun baton.
Oh.
Stun baton.
No, you're not.
Fuck.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh.
So just like with Sajaad, you go to swing at this thing, and it looks at you, and you're like, "Oh shit! It knows about the barcode," and you go running. Unfortunately, you get an attack of opportunity as you run. And it's like, "Stop running!"
Resisting.
And it punches you for a point of damage as you stagger away.
Very cool. And yeah, that's great.
Okay. Sajaad, you got your head back on. You see Hedenstrom running down the hall past you in terror. What do you do?
Alright, yeah, she's freaking out, you know. She's got her back against the wall. She's like, fuck. She pulls out her shotgun and gives it a cock and then turns around the corner.
Yes.
Maybe shoots one of them. Still trying to kill the one killing a person.
Yeah, you can see both of them. They're both in sight, but they're both engaged. So you can aim if you'd like, because you don't have to move. You can see them from where you are.
Alright, let's see. We'll aim at the one with Captain Lugar here. Dr. Lark, you're still holding your own, right?
I'm holding in there.
Okay.
Try to do, man. You gotta stack that
I
damage.
don't see any milk splashing anywhere. Alright. So I aim to... Yeah, right.
There's a 6 on the stress dice. Oh my god. Right back to fleeing.
Feels good.
You pop out of the corner. You take the shot. And then you keep shooting. You empty the gun. Bullets are flying all over the hall. You realize you didn't hit. And you're like, fuck this. And you go running as well. I don't think Lugar really sees this, because Lugar's busy fighting for her life, and Dr. Lark doesn't care, and Hedenstrom is already running, and Navarre's locked himself in a storage closet, so at least you don't panic anybody else. Except maybe the cat, who's like, what the fuck, guys? Just do one more point of damage.
I just picture that cat looking at me just like that picture, like
Yeah,
disappointed. Just disappointed.
I'm not mad.
Dr. Lark, please,
I'm gonna
please help.
I mean, I'm gonna try. This is not going very well.
Okay, we'll roll for its armor.
A little bit at a time, just chipping away at him.
There you go. Okay, here we go now. I feel it's gonna fail its stamina test for the stun. Or it's not. Okay. Well,
Now.
you hit it.
I hit it.
It's
I did damage.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Chip damage. You know,
Yep.
we're slowly but surely, we're getting there.
Lugar, this is your time. All right, this is it right here.
This is my time. This is it. This is when I raise up the stun baton and fucking panic.
Let's do
and
it.
take an attack of opportunity and crumple onto a heap of blood and guts.
It just punches you in the back of the head.
But
Stop.
maybe
Stop
it'll
running.
get better.
He's unconscious, Jim. Leave him be.
I'm just gonna swing with the sun baton.
All right. Well, he's got one arm, and you're panicking with a 6.
Oh.
Oh my god. Oh my.
Yeah, there it
God.
is. Boom.
Here comes
I
the
can't.
attack of op. Another point of damage.
I'm at 0.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, fuck.
That is going to be a critical injury. Let me check one thing here. Yeah, it's a critical injury. This thing is, Do you want to roll it, or do you want me to roll it?
Oh no. Here we go. I'll do it. Whatever. Wait, I can't see the bottom of the window. You'll have to roll it. Oh, there it is. Wait, why are there 2 scroll bars? Okay, it's fine.
I
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Ruptured
Oh, right.
intestines. Fatal, yes. 1 shift. Okay, so you have a couple hours before you die. Oh, you get a disease? What?
Of course.
Well,
Just really kicks you when you're down.
Yes, it feels so fun and balanced.
hold on, let's see. What is this? There's the GM screen. What is this? 40-something?
46.
Oh, okay.
Warhammer
So,
Fantasy all over again.
yeah, disease
Yeah.
with virulence 6 means you have to make a stamina test against the disease. Otherwise, you get it. So do just a stamina test without your stress. And it has 6 dice, so you have to beat whatever the disease rolls. It rolls no successes. Oh, you roll
Yeah,
3.
I did
Okay,
well
so
on
you
that
don't contract a disease. So you guys see, as Captain Lugar turns to run, with its one good arm, this thing gut punches her so hard that it smashes her up against the wall. You see her cough up blood, grip her gut, and just fall to the ground in the fetal position. Navarre?
Totally called it
What?
though. Or at least I got
Oh, that's
that.
right. Your turn is... You're still hiding.
Yeah.
All right. At the end of the turn, those of you who are conscious or fighting or not hiding in a closet, you see several individuals in the yellow jumpsuits of prisoners. I believe there's 6 of them. There's like 6 or 8. They emerge from seemingly out of nowhere. Maybe they were hiding, maybe they were watching, maybe just didn't notice them. But they immediately come rushing to the battle, and they begin wailing on these androids with all manner of assorted weaponry. There's a stun baton, one of them's got a crowbar, one of them's got like a sharpened broom handle, one of them's bashing it with a fire extinguisher, and between them, they just start to pulverize these androids. The one that is about to, that just knocked you down, Lugar, they come, and one of them holds the one good arm out so it can't swing, and then 2 others just start wailing on it and stabbing it and smashing it. Dr. Lark, the other ones come to you, and between you and these 3 prisoners, you're easily able to put this thing down. It just can't defend. There's so many blows coming down on it. And eventually, those 2 androids are down and out of the fight as they are basically torn to pieces with limbs going in every which direction, heads snapped off their necks. There is android milk blood everywhere. You can hear their voices stuttering with static as they and just, and they cease to function. And I think that is a great place to take our break. So let's grab some Dr. Pepper. I'm going to grab a quick little bite of food here, and we will be back in a few minutes, listeners and viewers. See you soon.
Sounds good.
Okay, listeners, viewers, we're back. Back on Erebus Station, where all sorts of terrible things are happening. The group of you find yourself seemingly rescued by a group of 6 convicts. Clearly convicts, as they are wearing these kind of faded yellow jumpsuits. Matches the yellow that you see on Weyland-Yutani's logos everywhere. And one of them in particular, large man, tall, over 6 feet tall, built, strong, massive dude. Head is cleanly shaven with just a bit of a buzz cut. He's got a very large, wide nose, kind of a thick face, heavy brow, big ears, just very big looking guy. This is who you see. The rest of the inmates, there's a mix of men and women, some bigger, some smaller, but he clearly looks like he's the one in charge here. He's currently holding a big iron pipe that's been bent because he hit an android so hard with it. He steps forward. He says, good thing we showed up when we did. You alright?
Lucia just coughs up a bunch of blood and doesn't get up off the ground.
Oh, that's right. You're broken. You're fucked up.
Yeah, I'm gonna help her up and say gratitude for the assist there. We must find the rest of our crew.
Yeah, eventually you guys all regroup, come out of hiding, and you see, so Navarre, you for the first time see this group of prisoners that have clearly helped and put down the androids. You see Captain Lugar on the ground. Dr. Lark is trying to help her up, but she's at 0 health, so and she's suffering from a critical injury right now, so she is messed up. She is not getting up on her own.
I do have a personal med kit. Might be able to use somebody better skills than I.
How can I help? Let me.
I have 2 in medical aid, but only 2 empathy.
Okay. I mean, that's what I have.
I will assist
I
whoever
have
does
6
the role.
empathy.
So, the prisoner sees you guys all kind of go into your friend's aid. He says, she doesn't look too good, Doc. Maybe you should bring her down to where we're all holed up. Give her a proper bed at least. You can fix her up down there.
You have somewhere secure?
Yeah, next deck down is where we're holed up. Boss want to talk to you anyway.
The sergeant will extend her hand to the inmate. Sergeant Sajaad, security.
He extends his hand back. He says, everybody around here calls me Cecil. And he's got a grip like iron when he shakes your hand.
You came when you did, Cecil. I'm not sure we would have made it out.
Yeah, these fucking things are prowling the hallways, man. They're after everybody and everything. Well, everybody except the fucking prick of a warden and his goons.
And your men help us lift her. She's not able to walk.
Yeah, he jerks his head like that, and you see 2 of them come up and try to help. Lugar, it's extremely painful when they try to move you. Give me just a straight stamina test, please. No stress.
They do all the wrong things, you're not supposed to. They don't support your head when they lift you up. And
Nope.
Okay.
-1.
You do not pass out from pain, and you manage to grit your teeth and just let out a couple murmurs of pain and things like that. But they help as best they can, and they lead you back to the ladder in the main chute. and you guys make your way. I assume you guys go with him. You follow him. Okay. So you make your way down to the next deck, Deck H, which is the factory complex. And it is... How do you actually get out of here? Let's see. Junction H. Hold on, I gotta make sure you guys go to the right place here. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you don't go back there. You go to this ladder right here that you're already by. Junction G5. I think. Where's the ladder on this? H7. Anybody see G?
Very cool map, but very fucking.
Yeah, you gotta zoom in on this one. It's one of those gigantic maps.
Yeah.
Where does this connect to? They're trying to get you guys on the left side here. But I don't think the main chute on this floor...
There's the... Well, yeah, because this is the other one. This is from Junction G9, is the top one.
Which one?
Well, the comms tower at the top is H9 from G9. Is that what you said?
No, it's G5.
Oh, 5.
Or G3. G10, G7. Oh, wait, I get it. G is because it's deck G. And then we just got to match up the numbers. So 3, 5, 10, or 7. There's 7. There's 3. Maybe 5 only goes up?
5, the...
Oh yeah, 5 does go up. 5 goes right up to the area with the warden. Okay. So they would take you to probably H3 or 7. G3 or 7. Whatever's closer. Okay, so they take you guys down the hall to G7, which is south of where you guys just had the fight. You guys can freely go between decks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure. So I'm going to take you to G7, the end of the hall here. And then that'll spit you out at H7. And they lead you through an area where there's a bunch of plasma relay stations, through a hallway, and you guys get to this area over here by the capacitors and a bunch of workshops. So the workshops is where the prisoners have kind of made their home, so to speak. When you guys get down here, you can see that there are dozens, if not hundreds of candles that have been lit. And it very quickly becomes obvious that you are... it seems like they've kind of marked their territory with this. And let me just check the map here. Okay, I'm sorry. It's the machine room where they have set up. So as you guys are coming through this hallway, it's lined with candles on the floor on either side. Gives it a very surreal feeling compared to the rest of the station. Excuse me, that you've seen so far. But eventually, you guys get into this room with the machine room. There are another 10 inmates down here that are holed up. So there's a total of 16. I've got tokens just for all of them. Not that it really matters, but you see the group of them there. Cecil brings you down there as well, and then he's got his other 5 guys, and he brings you to an older woman who you are not expecting, but clearly you can tell that she is the one in charge. Her hair is completely grayed, and her face makes her look like she is probably in her 60s or 70s. She looks like, she's seen better days, so to speak. And he kind of leads you guys up, and you see he talks to her for a second, and you see she kind of nods, and then she walks over towards the group of you with him, and she kind of motions to the other prisoners. She says, "Make room. Give her some space." And they clear an area where there's a mattress. Looks like the pseudo mattress they've set up. They put Lugar down, and you guys are free to work on her if you want to try to fix her up.
Yeah, I'll assist.
So, here's how this works, because people always get this messed up with Alien.
Okay.
But it's an easy mix-up, so I don't blame people. I get mixed up with those. So, when you are at 0 health, you are broken, which means you can no longer stand up. You can only crawl. And you can't take any actions. Now, this is rules as written. The only time you could actually use a medical aid test to heal somebody's wounds, because otherwise it's assumed that your wounds heal 1 a turn, which again is only 5 to 15 minutes. So in theory, your wounds heal pretty fast naturally. So hence, they don't really let you heal wounds with medical tests. But we usually let that, and most people do, because that makes sense. However, rules as written, when you're at 0 health, if somebody does a medical aid test on you, every success they get gives you another health point back. The other thing you can use a medical aid roll for is if someone has a critical injury. And this is how you can potentially stop them, and you have to get medical aid. Otherwise, if it's a fatal one, like the one that Lugar has, it'll ultimately kill you. So, let's see here. And technically, since you heal a health every turn, if you're broken and left alone for a turn, you will heal a point of health and be able to get up again. Or someone can use a first aid medical skill as a slow action. Oh no, I guess they can. Yeah, okay. Never mind. But how do we fix this critical injury? Let's... Okay.
Are any of you doctors of surgery?
I'm a biologist, but I think, yeah.
That's
Close.
closer.
Right.
Better than a bunch of physicists and junk out here.
Right. Some doctor in philosophy trying to tell my guts to stitch itself back together.
Okay. So,
Don't worry, the honorary psychologist got this.
when you have a critical injury, at the end of the listed time, if it's listed as fatal, you must make a death roll, which is a stamina roll that you are not allowed to push, and you do not roll any stress dice for. If the death roll fails, you die. If you succeed, you linger on, but when the time frame passes again, you make another death roll. Now, luckily, this death roll is a shift, so that's several hours before you have to make that. So during this time, someone can use a slow action to do a medical aid test. And if they pass the test, then you basically are healed of the critical injury, and it will not kill you. And think that's pretty much it. Let me just double check. So, at the end of the day, you got to make two tests here. One to treat the critical injury, and one to treat him because he's broken and get him back up to having health points. You can do them in whichever order you'd like. And how long does this go? 2d6 days it takes to heal. All right, talk amongst yourselves for a moment while I make sure we're doing this right.
Boy. Well, which doesn't look good, doctors. Does it hurt when I push here? Just gonna kind of gingerly push around the stomach area. Okay, good. Anyone have a scalpel or...
Quick, give her the doll.
We could use the cutting torch, but that seems a little barbaric.
I feel like somebody else needs the doll right now.
Yes, we all need a few hours with the doll, to be honest. There's a lot going on mentally and internally.
Just, yeah, I'll take the stressful test from now on.
Yes, because you cannot stress. Yes, very good for you.
Don't worry, I've got this, guys.
I mean, you were fighting off one of those androids, those Joes, by yourself. Very valiant.
We discussed one of the obvious things here, maybe, just so I can piece together. The warden didn't mention anything about this.
Didn't you know the warden from previously? Didn't somebody meet him before?
The cat. She starts gestures at the captain.
Just writhing on the table in agony. Yeah, probably the person who can't speak through the pain. But,
They're gonna have some answering to do.
Oh, that's right. You know, Sajaad, I wanted to ask you something. You had mentioned a couple times that we're meant to be here. Right? What's going on?
And we're not meant to die like this.
Okay, that's also still cryptic, not really answering my question. What do you mean we're supposed to be here?
As you're like poking their stomach.
Right, like, is this? No. Okay, how about here? No.
I was back on a security detail on a different job just before this one, and it involved these fanatics that we had to round up, and I had to keep them on guard. They had this book with them, and I kept it just to like as a gag, and we would just kind of joke and read it, and but it started making a lot of sense, and it talks about this dragon. It's written from the sky. This is back in like 2179. Like, this inmate had this encounter with this thing that he describes almost just like what we encountered when we just first got here.
Yeah.
He called it the dragon. It makes sense.
Yeah.
And the
can I
book,
see
he
that?
says all this is gonna start. Yeah. She comes, rattles around here. She hands you a book that's titled Space Beast.
And what was the year that you said?
2179.
All right. So for reference, it is currently 2185. So it's within the last 10 years. So it's not that long time ago.
Yeah.
Everybody can make a straight. Let me look at a character sheet really quick. Sorry, I got 100 windows open. God, I can't wait to have a third monitor. Everybody give me a straight wits roll with no stress. It's the closest thing we have to intelligence in this game.
Is that like if I...
You can do this too, Lugar, because you do hear this. You are still conscious. Conscious?
No success.
Conscientious? It's a lot of 4s and 5s.
Not very witty.
Okay. Well, Sajaad, you don't... Well, I guess you can roll for this too, because there's some things here you might know. Okay. So Dr. Lark... Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Roll, stress dice, no. Roll.
Okay, we're all so good at this.
Okay. Dr. Lark, you have heard of the book Space Beast before. Actually, all of you have probably heard of it. All of you know that it is a banned book. But Dr. Lark, you know a few things more. You know that it was written by a guy named Robert Morsi, and he was the survivor, the only survivor apparently, of some sort of incident on a prison facility on a planet called Fury. What is it, 189? 188? Something like that? Or
Fiorina, yeah, Fury 161.
161. Okay, so Fiorina is the name of the planet, nicknamed Fury 161, and you know that it was a Weyland-Yutani prison colony, prison facility, and it was it was the source of some sort of incident. You've heard stories of a viral outbreak or something to that nature. You know this Robert Morsi guy was the only survivor, and he wrote this book called Space Beast, which he claims is an account of what happened. You've never read the book, but you have heard that it is... You all know that it is banned in, like, legal channels.
So is there like a world government or galactic government that banned it, or...
I don't recall specifically who banned it.
Okay.
But since most of this takes place from... Oh, hold on. Wow, I found the thing for Fiori 161... Fiorina 161 is the name of the planet. Yeah. I don't know off the top of my head, but I do know that it is considered a banned text. It is illegal to have.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
And everything in here is just starting to make a lot of sense.
And if
Everything's gonna stop soon. Everything's gonna be over.
Do you mean
And
like
the only
universe?
people? Yes, everything.
Okay, I mean scientifically, we still have
You
trillions
saw
of
that
years.
thing. You saw the dragon one.
Like-
You saw it with your own eyes. Have you ever seen anything like that?
No, of course not. But there's definitely something weird going on here. I'm not going to deny that.
Well, just all I'm saying is just keep it in the back of your mind, and it
Yeah,
says that
sure.
if this is real, if this is happening, we can survive it.
How did he survive?
Well,
has your character read the book? I would assume, Sajaad.
yes.
Okay. So, according to what Morsi says, is there was a woman named Ripley who crashed on the planet in an escape pod at EEV. There were 3 other people on board who did not make it, and he claims this alien creature somehow got loose on the base, started killing everybody. He claims Ripley was somehow impregnated by one of these things, and she ended up throwing herself in a vat of lava, one of the smelting devices, because the company sent people there to try to get it, the creature. He was the only survivor, and they took him prisoner for some undisclosed amount of time. And of course, they deny anything about this, and he's just an XY or a double Y chromosome prisoner, so you can't trust anything he says. And it is written. They actually have this as a physical thing you can read in the real world as part of the Weyland-Yutani report. Fantastic book if nobody's ever read it. If it wasn't packed away, I'd go get it so I could show it to you guys. But it is written from a very crude perspective, because Morsi is not a very intelligent man. His grammar is not great. At one point, he goes on a tangent about how great Ripley's tits are, as he's describing the alien. So, it's hard to take seriously, but, like every other word is like, fuck this, fuck that, fuck the warden. But he does explain and claims some sort of monster that he refers to as the dragon, some sort of alien creature, killed everybody on the facility. So, we'll assume this happens after we do the medical test. Let's do that first. You're not just discussing this while Lugar's sitting there, fucking dying. Okay, so who I assume Dr. Lark's going to make the test because she doesn't have any stress?
That's
And
right.
I will assist.
Okay, up to
I
3
will
people
also
can
assist.
assist. Okay, so you
So
got 3
there's.
assists?
Do you have to make 2 tests?
Yes, 1 to heal the health points and 1 to heal the critical injury. Your choice which one you do first. You
I
can
also have
use,
a med kit.
it's 1
to
use.
Give me +2.
Plus
yes,
2.
1 use. So do I want? What do you think? Should I use that on the critical or the
I know what I
hit
was
points?
thinking, ideally.
You do want to use it on the critical, because he'll ultimately regain hit points at his own rate, even if you fail that
Okay.
completely. So,
Okay, so then I would get 3 helpers and 2 from the
yeah, so
medical kit, so
plus
+5.
5. If you fuck this up, I can't help you anymore. We've done all we can.
God.
Boom.
Hey.
Okay,
Not as good as I'd liked, but
that's almost statistically average, I think. I think 1 more.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me delete that then.
So, let me open up your character sheet here, Lugar. Oh, you know what? From now on, there's a critical button on the bottom of your character sheet on the first page. You want to roll on that, because then the critical will be attached to your character sheet. We can't drag them like we can in that other game, Warhammer. Anyway, so you are healed, which means you've gotten the medical treatment. You will not die. Basically, the treating of this with the medical aid stops you from having to take the death saving throw whenever your time is up. So that part is good. However, you do still have the injury for X amount of days. It looks like the game auto-rolled for you. This one is for 2d6 days. It rolled 12, so that's not lucky. So you still suffer the effect each day. So in this case, every day you would have to make that test to see if you gain the disease, because your intestines are all fucked up. But the good news is, that's not really going to affect you in a scenario like this. Because I don't think we're going to be here for, like, a day or 2, maybe, at most. So you probably won't have to roll for that again. If this was like a broken foot, then you'd have a broken foot and you'd be wobbling around for God knows how long. So if this was campaign play for 12 days, every day you would have to roll against the virulence of the disease. But otherwise, it's not going to kill you. Once the 12 days are over, you're good. So, in theory, in essence, you don't have to worry about that. If you want to make the test now to heal his health points, you may do so.
Okay.
I'll put you guys all over here.
A couple.
Okay, everyone gives him a point of health back.
Sounds good. That's most of the way there.
2? Looks like your max health is probably 3.
2 out of 3.
Okay. Well, so you patch her up. Feel way better. Prisoners give you what meager supplies they have to help. And they give you guys some space. You can see Wix and Cecil are talking in the corner while you guys are doing this. Also, I don't think I shared Wix's art. So I will do that now. So as I said, you see an older woman, I'm guessing in her 60s or 70s. And she appears to be the one that's in charge of this ragtag group of prisoners.
Yeah, boss bitch.
Now that I'm feeling better, I get up and say, "Oh, thank you so much." Wait, who are you all? I didn't catch any names.
The old woman steps forward at this point. She says, "The name's Wix, youngin'."
I'm Captain Aloysia Lugar. I was on a trawler that usually runs between here and elsewhere.
Let's see if she knows you or not. She does actually, and she says, "Yeah, I've heard of you. Lugar. You've been here a few times the last couple years, from what I hear."
Yeah. Been making this run pretty regularly.
She says, "Well, welcome back."
Yeah. That's things have barely been shaken up since last time.
Oh, you can say that. She looks over the group of you guys, and she says something to Cecil, and he goes off, and looks like they've kind of set up some guards at one of the entrances here. So, Cecil tells me he had a run-in with some of Stykes' droids. I assume they mistook you for prisoners?
Yeah, that would explain the red lights that kept flickering in their eyes. What's going on?
Well, where to start? She says, "Why don't y'all have a seat? I can fill you in on what's really going on here." And you see Cecil brings a couple crappy chairs and upside down buckets for you guys to sit on. Maybe they bring you a little bit of food that they have. She says, "Well, all the trouble started when that idiot Stykes brought that thing aboard the station. Ever since then, it's been nothing but problems. Power blackouts, system failures, people acting even stranger than usual. And then everything went to shit. The android's been acting up. Systems failed. Me and my boys here said, fuck it, we're done with Stykes. And, well, we didn't all make it, as you can see. Our numbers are pretty low. But, we broke out, made our way down here, trying to hold up as best we can. Try and, find a way out of here. That psychopath's gonna get us all killed. He's done it before, he'll do it again.
He's done it before.
Yep. What do you mean?
She gives a solemn but snide kind of scoffing laugh. And she looks over to Cecil, and Cecil just kind of nods his head. She says, about 10 years ago, I was the station manager here. Stykes was upper management. I was left out in a shuttle. Got stuck in the orbit around the black hole. Was out there for like half a day. And, well, when I got back, they finally hauled me back in here. Fire broke out. Big fire. Stykes vented the place. 67 workers got sucked out into the void. And then that motherfucker told the company it was me. They took his word over mine, locked me up, turned this place into a prison, and they gave that piece of shit a promotion. So he can watch over me, make sure I don't spill the beans. Not that anyone's gonna listen to me.
This is starting to make sense.
But whatever the fuck they brought on board, that's when things started getting out of control. And before this is over, I'm going to make sure Stykes pays for everything he's done. And everybody give me an... what would this be? Either observation... Oh, I would say at this point, too.
I was about to ask. Before we start,
I would say at this point, everyone's stress will go down by at least 2. We'll say it probably takes a while to... everybody can end your panics. Excuse me, as well, if you're panicking. Yeah, everybody's stress can go down by 2. Everybody gains 2 health. Except for Dr. Lark, you're an android. You have to be repaired. That takes hours, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah, so you're probably not going to be getting healed anytime soon. We'll see.
Good thing I had a personal med kit.
Yep. Now, also during this time, Lark will say while she's telling this story, this will give you another chance if you want to give the doll to somebody and try to recuperate somebody's stress.
Yeah.
So.
Anybody lining up for the chair?
Yeah, maybe Sajaad. She seems...
I've only got 3 at this point, so I think I'm good.
I'm at 4 myself.
Yeah,
Little.
I'm also at 4.
Yeah, same.
Okay. Well, I don't think I've talked to Sajaad yet, so...
All right.
You each get a turn.
What do you say to the sergeant?
Uh,
She just told you about the space beast. You know it's banned. She has a copy on her, which would get her in trouble with colonial marshals and things like that. But yeah, I mean, if any of you look through the book when she hands it to you or shows it to you, if you read some of the parts that she points out, it's not an exact match, but I mean, a creature that has like biomechanical, organic, non-organic parts, that's kind of like what you saw.
yeah, it kind of describes the upper levels of the station we saw.
So whether you choose to believe that or not is up to you. But yeah, what do you say to the sergeant as you try to talk her through all this?
Thanks for the help, with the thing. Really appreciate the help up there with the fight. Sorry it turned out the way it did, but looks like you had your reasonings. This book's got some interesting stories in it. We've obviously been hearing this for a while.
I don't know what happened up there. I never experienced anything like that. Synths going crazy.
Well, happens to the best of you. Humans only man.
That was brilliant. That was good. It happens to the best of you. Dr. Lark really trying to connect with her patients there.
You know, I'm trying to understand the human emotion.
So it gives you one pat on the head. There.
You know what?
Oh, damn.
You get 4 back.
Wow.
It worked.
You listen to Dr. Lark and in your jumbled up mind right now, it all makes sense what she's saying.
How much stress did I lose? You said
4.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm gooch now.
Dude, that talent is so good.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is Operation Keep the Android functioning, so she at least have a functioning head, so she can keep talking to us.
And just duct tape the doll around it.
Yeah.
The war boss has become the stress boss.
First you're a war boss, now you're a certified psychiatrist. Wonderful.
The new pain doc.
I've seen things.
Well, I don't know what kind of protocol that Lunatic Stykes has been running, but I guess if he is a certified psychopath, that would explain the what's going on the decks above us here.
Yeah, watching him, those droids just push people into flaming cells was eye-opening.
She looks a little shocked when you say that. She's kind of like, he did what?
Yeah, the Joes took 2 prisoners and just put them into cells. The cells were filled with fire. There's fires breaking out all over the place, and he doesn't seem to care.
Jesus Christ.
He did want us to fight you, though.
Yeah, I bet he did.
So, but since none of your guys seem to try to kill us on sight, definitely siding with you.
Navarre would kind of butt in and ask Wix, Have you seen either of those creatures?
Creatures?
And then go on to describe the floating biomechanical lady and the squid that we saw scurry into a vent.
Give me anybody who wants. Navarre would say you're going to have to make this test. Anybody else who wants can. Give me either an observation or a manipulation roll.
Can I use my talent to automatically pass an observation roll?
Sure.
Sweet.
Is that 1 per session?
Yeah.
Okay. Good time to use it, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. For anyone... Holy fuck.
Jesus.
You guys are crushing it. Okay. So I think everybody passed. Except Lugar, because she didn't make the test.
I'm not rolling.
That's okay. So you... All of you who passed, you can see when you're describing the creature you saw in the operations center, not the squid, but the biomechanical woman. You do notice there's a hint of recognition, but she tries to hide it and she kind of shakes her head. She doesn't really say anything. For those of you that rolled more, you can clearly tell she knows what you're talking about. And Dr. Navarre, Professor Navarre, you can see ever so subtly there's a shift in her body language that you can tell not only does she recognize this thing, but she very clearly has a strong animosity or dislike or hatred to it. You see, like, what you notice that no one else notices, she balls her hand up into a fist when you mention this thing. And there's this strange look in her eye that only you really catch, maybe because she looks directly at you for a moment. You know, one of a strong dislike or hatred when you mention that creature.
This is for the biomechanical lady?
Yes.
Okay. I think Navarre would not keep that to himself and say, so you have seen it.
Well, let's see what she's gonna do here when she's confronted. She crosses her arms, she kind of shrugs. She says, yeah, I think that thing came from whatever they brought on board. But if you ask me, the biggest threat to all of our survival right now is Stykes. I'll put it to you this way. Those things haven't tried to kill any of us or throw us into a fire. Stykes has. You've seen it with your own eyes. You just told me so.
Fair point.
She gets up, says, well, I'll leave you all to it right now to get some rest. But when you're ready, we need to do something about Stykes. And we need to do it soon. And at that, she leaves the group of you to kind of discuss your next plan of action. So you guys have some time here to get a breather, if you so desire. Lark, if you want to use your talent again on someone else, another turn will pass. So this will be your third turn now. First turn was to fix up Lugar. Second turn was talking to Wix and kind of getting her story. And now turn 3. So this has been down here about 45 minutes now. Everybody can reduce their stress by another 1 as another turn passes. And then Lark, whoever you want to use your talent on.
Yeah, I'd probably Lugar this time. Gotta check in on them after the...
Sajaad, you can take another point of health back as well. Wow, you're terrible at this.
Apparently. You still get 1. Oh no. Probably... It says default 1.
Oh
So
yeah,
I
think we discussed this. You get 1...
1 automatically.
Okay. Well, I think that works. That's good. Good push. So while we're chatting here, I wanted to ask, I don't suppose anybody knows sort of what kind of observation or uplink the Joes have with command. Haven't gotten to that scrap above. If we were to go back up to Deck F, is a Stykes just gonna fucking go hog wild and try to murder all of us? Or...
Well, when we were talking to him, Crash did something and was able to communicate with the other Joes, or at least see what they were seeing, I think, so... Probably, right?
Are you asking Wix, or are you just discussing this amongst the group?
more a group question.
Okay.
But not like quietly, hiddenly, if Wix happens to know.
What's up, Adam?
Hey.
I think
Not
at
sure
this
what he's doing
point, I think at this point we would be enemy combatants.
It's safe to say, yeah.
You guys could all assume him being the warden, I think we discussed this last week, is that he most likely has the command codes or authority to command the androids. There's probably a way to shut them down. So either he has that, or there's probably somewhere either up there or maybe in operations that could shut them down. But yeah, you would know since he's the warden. It makes sense he would have some way to control all the security androids.
We're gonna need that. He's surrounded by them.
We can check.
We struggled with 2.
I'll say that again, Eric?
Oh, he's surrounded by them, and we struggled with 2.
Yeah.
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 Definitely need some more firepower.
Yeah.
Or just vent him.
Or a swarm of convicts.
Or just that one, or Cecil, that really big convict. So, I mean, we could always try going back to operations and seeing if, knowing more stuff now, we could try shutting them down, but...
If he's murdering people, I don't know if I'm comfortable with us going back up there. I mean...
Well, I mean, he's not at operations, though. He's, you know...
Oh, right. What kind of access do we have up there, Captain?
We, I think, got into the monitoring for the ship systems and at least the basic sort of operations of venting decks, and
We could just vent his deck,
yeah.
but that would probably kill some inmates in their cells.
If they aren't already dead.
A good point. Why don't you just vent his deck? But if he's vented out into space, he might have something important on him we need.
Like what?
I don't know.
What can we do for the inmates here? Do we have space on the ship?
You could theoretically fit everybody on board, but I don't think your ship has enough cryopods for everybody.
That ain't good.
You have a Cryo Deck 2 module. I will look up what that is. Also, Eric, upon reading the rules for androids, the rules as written is it takes a shift of work, which is several hours, and a Comtech roll. If the Comtech roll is successful, you get all health points back. So I think a good house rule here is you can make a Comtech roll, and if you succeed, regardless of how many successes you have, you can repair 1 of your health points. You can do it to yourself, in which case it'll be... well, I guess fucking David repaired himself, and he didn't have any body. He just told Shaw how to do it and fixed himself up to full, so I guess there wouldn't be any negative. So up to you if you want to work on yourself, or if someone else here wants to try to patch you up a bit, but I think that's fair. You can try to restore 1 health.
Okay. Yeah.
I've got 2 Comtech and 5 whips, so I can try.
Yeah. I'll walk you through it.
Great.
I brought some electronic tools with me, which gives Comtech +1 if it's applicable. How electronic we're talking here?
Keep serving as nurse.
Yeah, so 3 assistants plus the tools.
Yes.
So okay. Let's fucking do it, boys.
Oh god.
No way.
Oh my god.
I'm
What are
obviously
the
pushing.
odds?
Look
that.
at all those dice! And you
There we go.
Oh, come on.
All right, you keep
Keeping
it
it
together.
together, though.
Okay, so you get a point of health back as Hedenstrom at first doesn't know what he's doing, and then he figures it out. Okay, so Scaarr and Captain Lugar, and for those listening at home, page 172. This is really the first I've looked at starship rules in this game. You get to build your own ship basically, and there's different modules, kind of like in Rogue Trader. Depending on the size of a module, they go from size 1 to size 5. That increases in cost and takes up more space on the ship, but it does more. A cryo deck level 2 can fit up to 10 people.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, just our normal crew, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Keep in mind, the android does not have to go into cryo sleep. Sometimes they do to make the crew feel more at home, but usually at least one android is left awake to maintain the ship just in case anything happens, because they don't suffer the effects of faster than light travel.
So I did get extra successes. Can I do stunts for this?
Yes, but not any extra healing.
Yeah, but I can do it in like half the time.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Nice. There's one that says you don't need to roll to overcome this exact same challenge in the future. Maybe do that and just constantly heal you every time we have like 45 minutes.
Sure, I'll say you can do it once per session. How's that?
Yeah, that's what we're looking for.
In-
You guys just
unless-
gotta
Unless we somehow go through more than one shift in a single session.
okay.
But in that case, he'd be fully healed, so it doesn't matter.
Nice. All right.
I mean, it could be a real big dick and be like, yes, if you ever heal Lark and she starts at 3 health, and you're in a facility hanging out with 16 prisoners in a space station orbiting a black hole, you don't have to do this roll ever again.
If somehow you find yourself again in one of these situations,
Yep.
yikes. Well, I'm glad you're not being that to you.
No, that's silly. All right. So, I guess the real question, my first question is, how long do you guys want to chill here and rest before you go and do something else?
I mean, after we,
Basically,
like,
in terms
heal.
of how much stress do you guys want to try to heal?
Good to go.
Yeah. I mean, I'll use my my signature item.
Oh, you haven't used it yet? Okay. What's your item?
The barcode tattoo on the back of my neck.
Oh.
Kind of like rubs it, worryingly, trying to hide it.
You get like a compact mirror out, and
Yeah.
then 2 compact mirrors, so you'd be like, it's still there.
I don't know why I didn't get this removed.
Remember in Saw, was it Saw 2 when the guy's trying to see the number on the back of his head with the knife?
Jeez.
Madness.
Yeah, I mean, so where do we want to go? I'm gonna be probably going back to G to check out that Terminal 1, find that item if we can.
Well, back up. Are you guys going to rest any longer to heal any more stress? I had 3 people say no, and no one else answered.
I'm good.
I
I'm
have
at 2
3
stress.
But I mean, if we gotta go, we gotta go.
Yeah,
What's
I think
our
all
plan?
We
From here.
gotta go though. I don't. Are we under any kind of time pressure? Really?
The only time pressure is the fire. The fire at this
Fire?
point would have spread another deck, because it's been over almost an hour now. So it would spread to another deck. High or low?
Always high.
Aye.
Okay. It spreads down to... it spreads down to Deck I, the lower tower.
We do also need to take care of that. Probably easier to do now. We actually know. We probably should shut off all the crazy droids, right?
Actually, before we go, I think Navarre would ask Wix, do you know if anybody else is still on the station? Or is it just you and your people?
All right, well, hold on. Before we get into any more roleplay, I want to
Yeah.
sort this out. Are you guys waiting any longer before you do anything? If you wait one more turn, you could all heal 1 more point of stress, and Dr. Lark could do her talent again. Or are we going to assume when your conversation is done, you guys leave, so you're not going to spend any more time resting?
I mean, it's like 15 minutes or so.
We could do like one more and then hit our last guy, and that would give me time to contemplate my own family heirloom.
Okay.
Okay.
Which brings me down to 1.
And what is your heirloom?
It is the monogrammed maintenance jack that belonged to my great aunt Aloysia Lugar. The second? It's not entirely clear from the
I don't know.
writing.
Yeah, I'm
Could be
not
the
sure.
first or the second.
I'm not sure.
I'm the third, so it's higher than that or lower, depending on how you count.
Is she a great aunt? Or just an
She's
aunt?
a great aunt. So like my mother could have been.
Yeah, if she's the
The
great
second-
aunt, she's probably the first, I think. That's a safe
Yeah.
assumption. Okay, so everyone's stress goes down by 1. What's everybody's stress remaining?
2.
1.
0.
Okay. Lark, do you want to use your thing on Navarre, because he has the most?
All right, Navarre, you're up.
Okay, you
Nailed
get back
it.
2.
Perfect.
So,
All right.
Ready to rock.
So Hedenstrom and Lugar are at 1, everybody else at 0?
Sounds
All right.
like it.
I think that's about as good as it's going to get. Okay. So at this point, you guys are discussing what to do. Hedenstrom is rubbing the back of his neck. You guys see that he has the barcode. You probably saw it during the fight with the androids. You all would know that a barcode on the back of the neck indicates prison time of some sort. And you see Lugar is kind of absentmindedly like looking over this maintenance jack that it's probably got some sort of customization on it that marks it out that it's not just a tool to her, it's something that has some sort of special meaning. So with that in mind, we'll pick up the scene there. We can go a little bit longer here as you guys decide what you're going to do, and then we'll call it a night. So if there's any role play we want to do during your resting time, or if you want to ask Wix anything, we'll start there.
Oh God, right. I meant to ask, Wix, how are fires on this level? Or do you need any help with controlling, extinguishing, fighting, any of that?
She says, "Oh, there's fires all on the port side of this floor. They're not moving very fast, but yeah, and I'll reveal that to you guys on here. Basically, each section that you see a token on is where the fires are at. They're mostly contained, but you know, this is a fragile level. I mean, it all happened pretty quick. You know, explosion rocked through the station. Keep in mind, she doesn't know you guys crashed, right?
Right. And we are not going to fill with that.
And yeah, as far as we can tell, chain reaction.
Yeah, so Navarre would have asked, what's the head count on this ship? Is it just you now and whatever crew Stykes has?
Pretty much. There's no one else left. Some people have just gone missing. I haven't seen Webb or Clerk in a while. Don't know if they're still here, if they're dead, if they bailed. I know Stykes is still around. A bunch of his droids, don't know how many. We've taken out a few, but you know, it's, with these weapons, we're gonna do what we can.
Sounds like Vent might be a good option for us in retaliation.
You think
Yeah,
you get all the
maybe.
way back up to Ops?
Well, probably not without suits.
We have spacesuits. We can.
Do we though?
Oh, did no one else bring theirs? I brought mine.
Oh, did you leave
That's
them on the
right.
deck with the warden? Is that what you're telling me?
Is that what you guys did?
Who needs a spacesuit?
Obviously, we need them now.
I have a harpoon again.
Yeah.
They had them in the face thing, so we just need to go up the stairs briefly to no. Up one more. Oh hey, our tokens are still here. Get to this emergency station. We don't even all have to go all the way into his territory to grab them. We just need a suit. A suit icon, right? Or at least one of the ones on that
There was
deck.
4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and one of us brought one. Brilliant. Perfect.
Yep.
So we could do that. Although, yeah, Wix mentions it's the fires and a kind of a fragile level. Having these things next to each other seems like a potentially problematic sort of thing we might want to address. Although
So
I'm not,
when it says distillery tanks,
that's sort of where I'm getting at.
yeah. What are they distilling?
Which deck are we on here? On deck H?
Deck H, yeah.
Let me check. I believe it's for the plasma that the trawling arms collect.
Oh, good.
But let me...
I don't know what happens if fire heats plasma contained in a distillery tank. Probably an explosion, right?
Does it not actually tell me? Come on. Oh, there's a lot on this map to read.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
No worries.
Fire plus plasma equals a trip outside. Quick.
It's a one-way ticket to venting.
Yeah, I guess the other,
Easily.
speaking of venting, it's like, is there any way we could just say, hey, get everyone to X location, and then we could just blow the doors?
Have all the inmates go up the chute to ops, and then we just vent everything that's not in ops.
Okay.
They're the
The distillery tanks are massive tanks that process the plasma that the trawling arms collect when they're extended and turned on. So,
So bad.
yeah, so the when the collector is active, the station descends into a plasma flow, and then the maw of the trawling arms basically gets put out and goes through the plasma and collects it, and when it absorbs the energy, it channels it into the distillery tanks to prepare it for the particle acceleration ring.
oh,
Don't ask me what that is.
obviously it accelerates particles. I mean, come on.
Duh.
Just say that.
How stupid of me.
Right? How could you not know?
So, what is your plan?
How about we split the team? Some of us fight the fires, some of us go to ops and turn off the droids.
Oh man. I do not like the idea of losing sight of you guys.
I'm with Sajaad here. I feel like we're already struggling and don't need to spread ourselves thinner than we already are.
Yeah.
We worked together and still nearly died. So,
You are not wrong.
splitting up might not be might not be good.
So then, do we want to turn off the androids and go see if we can talk to Sykes and get some real fucking answers out of this guy?
How sure are we that we can turn off the synthetics here?
I don't know if we are even sure about that.
You don't know for
mean,
It
sure.
seems like
It's possible.
Well, we are for sure that we can vent. and
Right.
Just vent him, yeah.
we do know.
Well, the
which-
androids it seems like they require some kind of security level access,
Clearance.
some kind of access.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there vents? Are there levels that we can safely vent without risking killing any inmates?
I mean, they're all here now, right? They're all on deck H, so you could vent.
Well,
pretty
you,
much
I mean, you don't know for sure if there's anyone else, but each deck can theoretically be vented separately.
I'd be surprised if there's only 16 inmates left on this entire facility.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, there were at least like 3 groups of pushing 20.
There's supposed to be, I believe, 99 or 100 inmates.
Well, I would
Nine-
say
99 inmates.
I would say that level that Stikes is on, like we saw them start to systematically push
Basically, yeah.
convicts into fire. So
Right.
at
Maybe
this
we can
point,
ask the inmates here
Yeah.
what they think. Maybe they are the only ones left.
Well, we'll say at this point, Stikes comes over. Or it's not Stikes. Wix comes over and says, "All right, kids, what's it going to be? You going to help us or not?"
What's the easiest way to control the fires out here? If we got everyone to move on to another level, could we vent deck H here? Or would it be better to...
She goes, "Sure, yeah. Venting would be the easiest. You know, open some doors, let nature do its work, close the doors. Be a hell of a lot easier than trying to fight him by hand."
Yeah. Are you guys able to move to another deck?
Sure.
Okay. I mean, would we be able to just get you guys up to ops and then we could just vent most of the places?
Just like we're gonna have to go past the security deck with the cell blocks.
Yeah.
I don't think Wix
I
is
was
gonna let us just walk by.
Maybe we just went up to G. There's just next to the chute a muster point. That maybe would be a good temporary hangout.
Where's the muster point?
Just next to the chute here.
Oh, I see.
This slightly fatter hallway.
And then do what?
Just hang out there for a little bit. And then
While
we'll
we
continue
vent.
up and vent.
Oh, so move the prisoners there and vent this floor to get rid of the fire?
H.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they could just go back down once they're done.
Wix says, "All right." She says, "It seems like the group of you kids are here to lend a hand. If you help my people out, then yeah, okay, we can do that." So she tells all of her people to get ready to move out, and you guys will prepare to make your way up to I assume you guys are all going to go back to G, dump them off at the security point, and then continue on your way. And you guys are trying to get back up to Ops, correct?
Mhm.
All right.
yeah.
And I assume you're just going to try to use the main chute as much as you can?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Since you guys can all go pick up your fucking suits when we go past directions.
Yeah.
All right. So, you guys get up to the next. You guys can get up to the next floor, easy. Back up to G deck. Make your way to the security point, where you can leave the prisoners here. I'm just checking to see if there's any. There's nothing. Okay, so you guys get there, drop them off, and Oh, wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
There's an issue. I didn't realize this because I misread this. So we'll assume you guys go first, right? Leading the way. When you get to the security point, it is also giving off signs of the strong radiation.
When we get to the muster point?
Yes.
That complicates it.
Yeah.
I mean, in theory, you guys should be able to get to the ops center and do what you gotta do, and maybe they can only be exposed for about a turn.
I mean, they could also just, like, hang out
Yeah, if we
here or
put
something,
two
right?
there, we're in that sort of space we cleared out.
Okay.
At least one of those rooms are empty, right? Can we-
They all are when you examine them. Okay, yeah, we'll say they stay in this area then where the fight went on.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, once
So-
the dagger kind of goes off, just forward them somewhere else.
All right. So you do that. You guys make your way up, continuing back to F. Are you stopping at F, or are you just going straight up to B?
I think we need to stop at F and try to loot this emergency station for suits,
Okay.
or ideally,
Yeah, we need to grab our suits.
that's stop one, I suppose.
All right. And if I remember correctly, there was 4. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is what, deck F? Yeah, deck F. 4 suits. Yep. Okay. And you guys only need 4 suits, right? Because I think someone currently is carrying theirs.
Hedenstrom has his.
All right. So everybody can take the eco. Oh, hold on. I just closed my journal. The eco 2 All World Systems Hostile Environmental Suit. And it has its full complement of air, which is 6. As you guys are doing this, you're suiting up, and then getting prepared to move to the next up the next floor, next deck. You hear this shrill howl that echoes through the halls. After a moment, you see bolting from around the corner is a creature that is running on all 4s. It's about human size, give or take. Its skin is this dark black color with a little bit of light shining off of it. It's got an elongated head that ends in a point. It's not very long, but it's longer than it should be. And it's got these gangly limbs, and it's got this weird mouth that, when it turns the corner and shrieks at you guys, it's like a goblin shark. You can see its jaws, but there's like another mouth inside. Not like the xenomorph's inner jaw. It's different. It's bizarre looking. This is what you guys see as it comes hurtling around the corner, shrieking, and then charging at you guys. Everybody gains a point of stress. And that is where we're going to end tonight's session. And that is also where we're going to end Act 1.
Nice. Good thing we used our items today.
Yeah.
Everyone will get the use of their item back, and we will go over agendas next week. And then we'll kick off the action with this cat right here. Isn't that right? Hi, buddy. I'm a good cat. So, this is Dragon's Greed and Valdemar signing off. We'll see you next time, listeners. Thank you so much for joining us, viewers. Team, excellent session. Had a blast. Can't wait to do it again. And we'll be back. Same time, same place. Nighty-night.